If you're ready to go from Amazon seller to real brand, I've got 3 secrets that we use to grow not 1, not 2, but 5 multi-million-dollar companies on Amazon, on Shopify, and then also I use the same strategy to grow my agency as well. So the first 3 brands that we grew to multi-millions using the strategy that you're going to see today was I Love, which was a sunglass company, Hydrate, which was a dry eye company, and Mediviz, which was a dry eye company as well. So we use this strategy to build those into a multi-million-dollar company, not only on Amazon, but also on Shopify as well. And then the 4th company was a wholesale company. We did wholesale on Amazon where we bought other people's products, sold them on Amazon. We built that into a multi-million-dollar company as well. And then finally, the 5th one is my agency. We use this exact same strategy in physical products, in both our own physical products, in wholesaling, and then as an agency as well. So this strategy works regardless of what kind of business you're trying to build, but it will take you from being channel specific to more of a broad business and being a business that actually doesn't rely on one channel. And you're going to build an audience in the process, which is going to make you impenetrable and I'm going to teach you how to build pretty much a perpetual sales machine. So let me switch over to my screen. I have a presentation for you guys. What this is going to be is it's going to be a combination of this live video like this, and then we're going to go jump into my actual training as well, which is going to be some videos that I play, but I'm going to give you the exact SOP on how I do this. So I'm going to give you a broad overview of the concept, and then we're going to dive into exactly how to do it. And so let's go jump into those 3 secrets. All right, the 3 secrets to growth on Amazon and Shopify that you currently are doing. Again, we're going to build a real brand here today. So let's jump right in, get into the concepts. All right, today we're going to be going over 3 different secrets. The secret number 1 is going to be moat creation. We're going to create a moat around your Amazon listing, a moat around your Shopify listing, a moat around whatever channel you're trying to sell on. Number 2, we're going to be going over the perpetual sales machine. Once you get this going and after you've been running it for a while, it creates this perpetual sales machine, which just means sales pretty much on autopilot. They just keep coming in and they build up over time. And then finally, the 3rd thing, I'm going to go over your moral obligation as an entrepreneur and something that's going to increase your brand tenfold. If you focus on number 3 and number 3 alone, it's going to build you within 12 months to financial freedom. So number 3 is probably my favorite and most important, and it's what nobody is doing because everybody is scared to do it. So that's our moral obligation. All right, a little bit about me before we jump in. I'm a former optometrist. I've sold over $30 million in online sales in both physical products and in digital products. I founded I Love, which I co-founded with my wife. We sold that in 2021 for multi-million dollars, and it was our financial freedom number. That's how we got to it. Profitable Pineapple Ads Agency. We focus on scaling Amazon PPC for increased ad profitability. I also have a software called Profitable Pineapple Express. You can go to profitablepineappleexpress.com to try our inventory management software. It's not a free trial anymore. It's a $1 trial. So get your $1 trial at profitablepineappleexpress.com. I also have a free Amazon PPC masterclass at profitablepineapple.com. And then our mission in life is to help the over 1 billion people that are blind due to lack of glasses in this world. And we do that with our I Believe Foundation. We've been on over 16 mission trips, helped over 60,000 people get glasses that could not afford nor obtain glasses. So that's my why in life. I don't know what yours is, but let me know down in the comments below what your why is. And I bet you it's not money, but you think it's money right now. And once you have financial freedom, you'll get to focus on your why. My wife and I took a different approach. We focused on our why, and it gave us financial freedom. So just food for thought. Focus on your why. That's not financial freedom, and you'll get to financial freedom a lot faster. All right, so the first secret that we're going to be going over is creating a moat. How to create a moat around your listing with external traffic. And this is even if you've never touched Google ads, Facebook ads, or TikTok ads before. If you've only focused on Amazon and you're scared of all these external traffic, I'm going to give you the exact SOP on how to do this. So this is everything we're going to be going over. I'm not going to go over it in detail right here because we're going to be doing a broad overview here in just a little bit. And then I'm going to show you exactly how we do it in our brands. All right, let's jump into the exact SOP walkthrough. How to create a moat around your listing with external traffic. Now, this is something that we've started doing in the agency to really help our clients. And when we start to send that external traffic, it shows Amazon that you're serious. It increases your organic rank, it increases your sales. And even though the conversion rate is lower for this traffic, it still increases those things because you're sending customers to Amazon. They know their lifetime value.
So even though your conversion rate on your product listing might be 20%, and this traffic that you're sending is only 3 to 5%, it's still going to increase your rank because you're sending customers to Amazon, and Amazon loves that. So I prepared a slide to go over this at a high level overview, and then we're going to have Tony jump in to the exact specifics of everything. So let me switch over to my screen and we'll get started. All right, so 2 simple steps to create a moat around your listing. Part number 1 is a landing page or a blog post, and part number 2 is traffic. Part 3, 4, and 5, we're going to be going over in stage 3. So we're going to break down this into 5 different steps, but 2 of them we're going to start this week because they're simple and I know you can do them and you can do them very quickly. So let's jump in. This is actually something that we started in 2017, 2016, and you can see what it did to our traffic. It increased it from 0 on our Shopify blog to almost, 140,000 sessions at its peak. And then this is when we sold right here and we were told to turn this off. So then it tanked and our revenue dropped by 20% as a result of this. So keep that in mind. Results were real. All right. Part 1 is the landing page. Who do you serve? Are you trying to get somebody to heaven or are you trying to get somebody out of hell? What problem does your product solve? Now, the most common things around this are health, wealth, and relationships. And most of the time in the physical product space, it's going to be around health, maybe some wealth, and maybe not relationships as much. But what problem do you solve? You always want to be thinking about that. So in I Love, our problem was that we helped postmenopausal females get out of the debilitating pain that dry eye cause by teaching them healthier habits and how to use healthier products that we sold. Profitable Pineapple Ads. We're impact makers. We 10x your purpose, your profits, and your freedom. We want to drive exponential growth for purpose-driven e-commerce brands, and we want to collectively donate $100 million to transformative causes. Because I know if I create financial freedom to you, you're going to make the world a better place by donating to charities, starting your own nonprofits as well. So we want to list out all the problems that our product solves. So this is an example in I Love: dry eyes, blepharitis, inflamed eyelids, styes, loss of work, painful irritated eyes, dry flaky eyelids, eyelids stuck shut. Problems that your product solves. For Amazon sellers, unprofitable ads, loss of rank, decreased sales, decreased profit, increased ad costs, lack of understanding of Amazon PPC, and no time to focus on advertising at all. Now for the blog post, we're going to focus this blog post or the landing page around the problem that your product solves. So we just wrote down a list of problems. If you guys saw my list, which I'll probably show it to you guys here in just a little bit, and you guys actually have access to this, it's our 2024 visionary plan, you'll see that our list of problems is like 3 pages long. We write all our copy off that. We do all our videos based on that. And we try to figure out what problems we can solve. Because if we can speak to you, you're going to sell a lot more. And this goes back to Amazon listing optimization as well. We always talk about you need to focus on the benefits and not the features. You need to focus on the problems that your product solves, not the features of the product. So keep that in mind. Focus on the problem that your product solves. You're going to sell a lot more because you're going to be speaking to the person, caring for the person, which is going to come across in your listing, come across in your blog posts, and it's going to solve their problem, and then they're going to go buy. So how we do this, and again, Tony's going to go through this in great detail, but I'm going to give you a high-level overview, is I write down the list of problems. I then come in here to Keyword Planner in Google. I go to Discover New Keywords, and I put all those problems in there. I just put 3 in here for an example. And then I hit Enter. You can enter up to 10. And then you look at the results. And so what I'm looking for here is a high average monthly search volume, a low competition, not necessary though, and then top of page bid range, low, 5 to 40 cents. That's pretty good. $1.69 to $5, a little higher. And you might see higher ones still. So you have to just keep digging into this to find high monthly search value. 201 is a lot. I usually look for things around the 20,000 and up range with a low bid. This one's perfect because it's 200,000, 5 cents to 40 cents. So very, very low. And that word was blepharitis. What I then go do is I go to AI and I'll prompt it to write me an 1,000-word article or 2,000-word article on 5 ways to treat blepharitis. Again, make sure you're FDA compliant when you do all this. And this is the prompt that I use. And I'll give you guys a couple other prompts. I have a better prompt in your spreadsheet than this one. But either way, you're going to get an article. It's going to pop out like this. And what we did is we had it, and Tony's going to give you some great prompts as well and some great formats as well too. And then we have it talk about our product. And so you can see down there, it talks about our product at the end. Again, make sure you're FDA compliant. We then like to create a catchy title. You can do that with AI. I like to use superlative words. And so words like 9 best. So odd number, best, worst, a superlative word, and then the keyword that's involved. And then you can also do question titles. So what is blepharitis? What is the paleo diet? Again, 7 worst foods for paleo, 7 best ways to detox. What you want to do is create curiosity. And so if you create curiosity, it's going to get more clicks, which is going to get more readership, which is going to get more clicks to your product and more external traffic, which means more sales and more organic rank. Always try to create curiosity and persuasion. So here's some examples for an Amazon seller. What is Amazon PPC? 7 top tips for Amazon PPC. 3 reasons your Amazon PPC is unprofitable. Now, I'm guessing some of you found me on YouTube and you probably clicked on one of these titles that I tried to do to get you in, or you took our free Amazon PPC masterclass and took all those videos as well. Here's dry eye. What is blepharitis? How to treat blepharitis. 5 best dry eye treatment tips. 5 best blepharitis eye masks. And here's some examples. 4 simple steps for flaky, itchy, and red skin around your eyes. 5 best eye makeup removers for dry, sensitive skin. 6 reasons why sleeping in your makeup is making you look older. And then here's an example of an article. So this is Dr. Jenna's evening routine for dry eyes. And she goes over each step in her evening routine, and each step has our product in it. It didn't at the beginning. So here we are in this cycle. We're at the blog post. And so we're going to optimize the blog post to be informative and then persuasive. Tony's going to get into that in a lot more detail. Then we're going to create Amazon attribution links for tracking and put it in the blog posts. And again, I've talked about this already, but Amazon loves and rewards the external traffic, and it increases your keyword rank and organic sales as a result. So what you do is you go into Campaign Manager, click the little bar graph, click Amazon attribution, add all on this page. I don't like to just add one. I like to add them all because I want to get credit for any product that they buy of mine. They may not buy just the product that you're going after. So keep that in mind. Again, Tony's going to go through all this a little bit later. I'm giving you a high level overview to give you a baseline, and then we're going to dig deep into it. We like to use canonical URLs in this, direct to the product display page. And the reason we do that is because it converts higher, it's less friction. People are familiar with the product display page. They're not as familiar with storefronts, and so they don't know how to click through them. You've probably even stumbled around storefronts and like, where do I click? How do I buy this thing? And so reduce friction as much as possible. Here's an example of that. I like to put a picture with a nice big button that says check price and purchase. All right, so we've got blog post. Blog post then sends to Amazon through an attribution link. So what I want you to do before we go on to the next article or the next section with Tony, so I want you to write down as many problems as possible. We're then going to research those keywords. Don't do that yet. The main thing I want you to do right now is write as many problems down as possible. So do that right now. And then I'm just going to go over high level what we're going to do with traffic. Part 2 is traffic. So this is it in a high level overview. We got Google Ads. We're going to do website traffic as our campaign objective, search, and maximizing clicks. And you can see this is just social proof. This was 2022. We drove 639,000 clicks for iLove at a average cost per click of 12 cents. So we got 640,000 people on our blog for $76,000, which is dirt cheap. And about 5 to 10% of those people click on over to Amazon. And then you can see this is my interaction rate. This is my click-through rate. And so if you do your ads the way I'm going to show you, you can increase your click-through rate significantly higher, which then cheapens your clicks. So high click-through rate, 44%. Good is 5%, by the way, 5 to 10%. 44% is amazing. And so we got 11,000 clicks, 6 cents a click for $717. This is 1 week. We got 11,000 clicks for this blog post. All right, so we're going to do website traffic, search, budget, start out at $5 a day. Start small bets, $5 a day. And then once you see it working, start to scale it up. Go from 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, scale it up from there. We're going to focus on maximizing clicks. We're going to not use those because they don't convert as well. We're going to target our United States or wherever you are. And then I'm going to do that keyword, just that one keyword, in exact and phrase match. You can see that with exact and phrase match, not broad, exact and phrase, we're still going to get 1,126 clicks at $600 at 53 cents a click. Still great, but that will go down as your ad shows that it's good. Writing headlines, we use Google or ChatGPT for this. So after we make the article, right after that, we'll prompt it to say, write me 20 headlines limited to 30 characters on the article above. And then we'll have it write descriptions. So here's the headlines. And then we'll do the same thing, write me 10 descriptions for Google Ads limited to 90 characters for the blog post above. And then it writes all those descriptions. Super easy to do this. You can use Jasper, you can use ChatGPT. I like Jasper because I've trained it to know my voice and it writes everything in my voice, which is great. Here's some examples of some ads. Tracking your ads. We're going to show you a tracking sheet that we use. Before we get into tracking though, I want to go over just an overview of what to expect with this. So conversion rate goes up with buying intent. When people go on Amazon PPC or Amazon to buy, they type in what they want. It's a high buying intent. We've talked about shop and browse keywords on Amazon PPC. When people are shopping for a specific item, eyelid wipes, it's a high buying intent, higher conversion rate, lower cost per click. With browse keywords like blepharitis, It's going to be a lower buying intent, lower conversion, higher cost. That's Amazon PPC. Now we're going even higher up in the funnel to Google. People are on Google to research. Some are on there to buy. If they're typing in how to treat a sty or how to treat blepharitis, they're in research mode. They don't know what they want. They just want to know how to treat it. So they're going to go find an article on how to treat blepharitis. And in that article, it's going to educate them to then go buy the product. So a lot more costs, lower conversion. Facebook and TikTok are interruptive marketing. So even higher up in the funnel, it's going to be harder to get them to buy because you're trying to interrupt them. You're trying to get them to stop scrolling to then go buy your product or read your article. And so with ROAS targets, going to be a lot lower for Facebook and TikTok than Google and Amazon PPC. So keep that in mind. And so how we track these things is we just simply track it with a spreadsheet. We'll look at Google ad spend for the week. We do this weekly. We do it on Tuesdays, and then we optimize on Wednesdays. So we look at the spend for the week. We then look at the Amazon attribution inside the Amazon attributions data, and then that will spit out the ROAS. And you guys have access to the sheet, so you can use it. So you can see this is an okay one, 0.83. These three are okay. I'd let these go. $1.93, $1.71, $1.67. Because again, external traffic, the more external traffic you drive to your Amazon listing, the higher you're going to rank. And then finally, some ones that are doing really well. So 592. 545 ROAS, 756 ROAS. And so let me just talk about briefly how to optimize these, and then we'll stop the video here and we'll go deep down into each of these. If you're not profitable, you can set a maximum cost per click limit, your bid, and you can lower that down. So what I like to do is just see what the average was for this last week, and I'll go 10 to 20% below that. So if the average cost per click was, let's say 10 cents, I'll then go down to 8 cents maximum cost per click. If you're not getting impressions, make sure you're approved, and make sure you're relevant. You want the keyword that you're bidding on to be in the ad that you're showing, to be about the article that you wrote. If those are not in sync, you will not show. The ads will just not show. Google's smart. They're going to scrape your article and make sure it makes sense. And it goes back. The more everything is relevant, that's why we do single keyword ad campaigns. The more everything is relevant, the more you're going to show, the cheaper your costs are going to be. If you're getting impressions but no clicks, redo your ads because something's not clicking again. If you're running out of budget but hitting your ROAS goals, I hope I don't need to tell you this, but increase your budget. If you're getting lots of clicks but no sales, make sure your blog post is relevant for what you're bidding on, just like I talked about. All right. So right after this video, I want you to write down all the problems that your product solves. Then we're going to research it. We're going to write the blog. We're going to walk you through this step by step. Then we're going to post the blog, and then we're going to start Google Ads traffic. Now, I like you to think about writing 10 of these, not all at once, just do one this week, one. But out of the 10, six will fail and fall flat on their face like this guy. 3 out of 10 will do okay, and 1 will go absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. And that's the winners. And you got to just keep trying until you're successful. All right, so here we are, Google ad to a blog post over to Amazon. And I want you to stop right here, and we're going to go over and we're going to write down a list of the problems that your product solves. So after this video, we're going to take about 5 minutes for you guys to do that. So pull up a Google Sheet, pull up pen and paper, do whatever you need to do. Start writing down the problem that your product solves. Now I hear you saying, well, I have a lot of products. I don't know. They don't all solve the same problem. What's your best seller? We're going to focus on your best seller. What is the problem that your best seller solves? Write down as many as you can think of. Hey, hint, use ChatGPT. Tell it, this is my product. What problems does this solve? And then it will come up with a list of problems. All right.
If you've noticed recently on Amazon, things have been getting a little bit more challenging than ever before when it comes to organic sales and paid advertising. You've probably heard from us that we're utilizing a lot of external traffic to push more sales on Amazon. And that's been a new strategy that we've been implementing in various ways that has been showing us some great results. I know from personal experience, the clients I've worked with, we've been able to utilize external traffic, driving Google ads to Amazon to really elevate one's brand. And I am very passionate about this because I've seen brands turn around from external traffic, compared to just advertising on Amazon. When sales are on the decline, space is getting more competitive than ever before. We sometimes need to bring on other traffic to push sales on Amazon. So this entire series is going to be going over driving external traffic to Amazon with some methods I've been utilizing, and I continue to utilize. I've been exploring this further and further just to provide results for my clients, and also experimenting on my own personal brand. So in this series, I'm going to go over stuff I've been utilizing for both my clients and for my personal brand, and I'm excited to show you guys. So what we'll do is we'll start by going through the Google Keyword Planner, how to create attribution links, and then we're going to get into the nitty and gritty of the 2 main Google ad strategies that we utilize at the agency that have brought us some solid results. So with that being said, let's get after it. All right, guys. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is how to find problem-based keywords or keywords that could basically resolve, or essentially keywords that are like ingredients that you might find in your products that may have a low cost per click, essentially opportunity keywords. And I'm going to be using this pre-workout of mine. If you could see this screen, I'll probably expand this further, but this pre-workout of ours, I have essentially 5 main ingredients on this. And what I do is, if I'm not looking at a problem-based keyword, I will look at keywords that involve my ingredients. But I'll go over some examples of this keyword planner that I'm essentially going to give you some ideas on how to utilize this keyword planner for your own products. And I'm going to give you a few examples in the past that have worked for just essentially winning Google ads and how we angle them and how they've worked in the past. So what we'll do is we'll go onto the Google Ads Manager, ads.google.com. Once you're connected, you're going to go to tools and settings here, and then you're going to go to keyword planner here. And this is where you're going to search for keyword opportunities for your products, right? And for our pre-workout, I go over ingredients like beta-alanine, right? This is an ingredient that's in my product. I actually made a blog post for this because low range top of page bid is 10 cents per click. This tells me, and it could go upwards to $1.50. This search volume is there. This tells me that I can get a ton of traffic, a ton of clicks on my blog post, which I'm going to be essentially going towards for the first series of videos, basically utilizing Google Ads traffic to drive traffic to a blog post that people could purchase the product on that directly links to Amazon with the attribution link. And I'll go into attribution link creation as well in a second, but we'll do this step by step. So first, I want to kind of figure out what I should do, what kind of keywords I should go after, what opportunities based on certain products. So for my pre-workout, beta-alanine is an ingredient. People want to know what the benefits are of it. People might want to know, what does it do for exercise performance, things like that. And you kind of make a blog post. You essentially make a blog post out of it. Now, my products is a pre-workout, so it's specifically tailored towards workout energy, right? And it could be energy to work out. I'll try that. Just going to give some problem-based examples. I'm just writing things down to see if I could find something that gives me, that's a lot of wording. So exercise, let's see. I could do something like this. Obviously, I got to be careful with this because I can't say that my product boosts motivation. But I could say something along the lines of it will get you into the gym. It has ingredients that get you fired up to go to the gym. But you got to be careful. You got to be careful with the wording in this regard. So this is something that I steer away from. But this is just an example that came to the top of my head. For my sleep supplement, I have a sleep product and I go after ingredients as well. I go after one of my blogs that has been doing extremely well. I'll give you this so you guys can try to beat my blog if you have magnesium glycinate ingredient. But essentially, this is my search volume, right? It's a little bit higher in the low range, right? But I get a lot of sales from my product from this keyword, and I target this keyword and I make a blog post around it. Now, with supplements, a little bit different depending on the type of supplement. With sleep aids and And with sleep, you can even go, perfect example, REM sleep, right? I made a blog post like this in the past. I'm going to probably remake it and see how to angle it, but 4 cents per click. I can make a blog post called 5 ways to increase REM sleep. And then you explain what REM sleep is, how you go about this process and what it does. And then 5 ways to increase it, with my product being one option that basically helps with sleep quality, which may potentially increase REM sleep. Potentially, right? I can't, as a supplement, I can't promise anything, but I could say, hey, here's the research with certain ingredients that promise potential benefits of this. And then basically sell it from there. Another thing is sometimes some of my clients have acid reflux products, and obviously that's a problem that people want to solve. Great. Keyword 5 ways to reduce acid reflux. Now, obviously, you should have a notification in that regard, like, hey, this product may help, but talk to your doctor. As always, you want to be careful with that. But if you go through this, you'll find, like, if you have a problem that you're trying to solve, you'll search and you'll find a bunch of these, like heartburn relief. Look at that. 5 natural ways to relieve heartburn, right? Using this keyword. And that's a keyword opportunity right there. Now it goes upwards to the $2 range, but 7 cents at a low end, pretty nice. Obviously, look at the average monthly searches. It went up, then it went down. The search volume is still pretty high, right? But just look at this here. Look at the search volume. If the search volume is high, there's an opportunity there. If you want to look at the high search volume and a low cost per click, that's opportunities, right? Big opportunities here. But essentially what I'm going to do is we're going to do it like I'm creating something out of scratch. And pre-workout, I have this keyword L-citrulline. L-citrulline is a pump, I guess you could say a pump booster product. Now, obviously, the cost per click pretty high, L-citrulline, but I see this one, L-citrulline benefits. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to test both keywords. Could do these three, but since these are lower cost per click, I'm going to test them out and see. And I'll probably, you're basically going to track, it's going to track attribution, essentially on all three. But I could make blog variations if I want to get crazy with that. Something to think about. But what I'll do is I'll probably go with L-citrulline as the single keyword right now. And then if it doesn't perform well, I'll probably jump to these other ones. But the blog is going to be focused on 5 benefits of L-citrulline and what is L-citrulline. So I found a keyword. I'm going to go after this keyword. And in the next video, what I'm going to do is set up this blog post. So I'll see you there. All right, guys. So the first thing that I'm going to show you on this is basically how I set up formatting for blogs. And these are the winning blog formats that I personally used for best results. I'm sure there are a plethora of other ways to write blogs, but essentially, this is how I typically go about them. And it's like a winning formula that's worked really well for my clients. So if you do happen to, do your own thing and it works extremely well for you, please let me know. Show me the results. I would love to learn more about how we can utilize certain blog strategies to boost external traffic. But these are the 2 main ones that I always use, and they've worked extremely well for me. There's some variations off of it, depending on the circumstances and scenarios of the product, but I'm going to basically explain how this works. So the first use is essentially the benefits blog. The 5 benefits of a certain ingredient, 5 benefits of using a specific product with a certain ingredient or what type product type, right? You have an introduction paragraph. Paragraphs don't have to be too long, and I'm going to show you that in a second when we go through the formatting. What is the ingredient? So what I'll do, and I'll show you what I mean by that in a second, but you want to have a paragraph that basically talks about the ingredient or the product itself in general, not like your product, oh, this product is amazing, blah, 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 but more so, this is what this type of product does. This is what this type of ingredient does. How does it work, etc. Then you go into the benefits. You state the 5 main benefits of the ingredient or using the product, and then you go into my recommended product. The product I recommend, my favorite pre-workout, my favorite sleep supplement, our sleep supplement, our pre-workout. We created this product specifically for you because it outlines all these benefits and it has additional things. I created this pre-workout with citrulline, and not just any citrulline. It's L-citrulline. It's 6 grams. It's an efficacious dose. Gives you exactly what you need. Our ingredient, we only have 5 ingredients on this product, no BS, everything straight to the point. You know exactly what you're getting in your body, and it's specifically for exercise performance. And I'll write that down in some way, really as short as possible in 1 paragraph, selling the product, check price, purchase on Amazon. And then there's a conclusion. So I'm actually going to use this formatting for this one, but I'm going to show you a format like this one here down the line, but I'll explain this one. So solving a problem. This one works really well as well. And in my opinion, if you have a problem that could be solved with a low cost per click keyword and you get a ton of traffic to it, you can make a ton of sales off this one. And the benefits work really well. Mine's working really well for the 5 benefits of magnesium glycinate, my sleep supplement. I'll show you that as an example in a second. But solving a problem, some of my clients solve some huge problems, and their products solve these huge problems that in turn, in the end, as the Google ads start to scale, they're making hundreds of dollars in sales off of Google ads, driving external traffic to Amazon. It's boosting their organic traffic and everything. Like, there's an opportunity here with this one too. I'm hyping it up, but let me just explain this one. Introduction. What is the problem? What is acid reflux? What is menopause, etc.? Like, even if the customer knows it, it's the education process, right? And then you find the 5 ways to ease the problem. Number 1 is your number 1 solution is the quick solution, your solution, right? If it's going to be something like acid reflux, your product is the number 1 solution. You need to take this long term though, but it's essentially a quick fix, right? 2 to 5 are typically from the problem-based things that people search. It's usually lifestyle changes. It's like, okay, you got to eat in this certain way, you got to sleep more often, you got to have better quality sleep, etc. And then you have your conclusion paragraph and you conclude it. Now, I'm going to show you some examples of essentially blogs that I've personally done for my brand. I'm not going to show you my clients because that's a little private, but I'll show you mine that have been getting some pretty good sales. So let me just get to it real quick. I'm trying to remember if I have some problem-based ones that have been getting some good sales. I'll find one. Okay, I found them both. All right, so I'm going to show you the first one. This is the benefits one that I'm going to be doing for essentially the benefits one that I'm going to be doing with the new formatting, creating from scratch, and then I'll show you the problem-based one. So 5 benefits of magnesium glycinate. What is magnesium glycinate? I educate on what magnesium is, but let's take it further into magnesium glycinate. Explain it, the 5 benefits of it. Obviously, I got to be careful with this. I might have to change. I'm going to change this heading here because I can't say stress and anxiety. So I don't know why this is, now that I'm looking back at it, this is a little problematic. So I'm going to change this real quick. It may help with mental health. I should say it may reduce stress and anxiety, because if Google flags that, I'm in trouble. So I'm going to go and make the edits right away. But you see, you got to be careful with this. I let my guard down on this. I'm going to change that right away. Matter of fact, let's do that right now. Okay, where is it at? There it is. Cool. And then you can say stuff like this. Research has found, if there's a correlation, research has found those dealing with depression have lower magnesium intakes than those without it. So I fixed that. Let's reload the page. Did I save it? No, I didn't. Now let's reload it. There it is. May reduce stress and anxiety. Okay. And then promote my product. Sleep, drink, check price, and purchase on Amazon. This is the button that we set up, and it straight attribution link. Boom. And then from there, conclusion. And then this is on our nonprofit, so the affiliate information. And then the other example, 5 hacks to deeper sleep. This is a problem. Why, somebody wants deeper sleep. This is a problem-based keyword, deeper sleep. Deep sleep, the keyword. Why do we need deep sleep? 5 ways to deeper sleep, product solution. Exercise regularly. Keep it cool, nice cool temperature. Turn your blue light technology off before bed. Create a pre-sleep ritual. And then if you want to add a bonus, sometimes I add bonuses, especially for people that, especially for my audience. It's like these things really help a lot. So I want to add an extra. And bonuses are pretty nice. And then there's a conclusion. And I didn't really need to write much. What is this, like less than a 5-minute read? Quick blog post. Now, with that being said, let's go into how I create these blog posts. And if you need inspiration, you can go on ChatGPT. And this is a quick way to write a blog post. So you could say, write me a blog post titled 5 benefits of L-citrulline. What is L-citrulline? Now I'm going to ask it, what is L-citrulline? So it includes it. And let's see what it spits out. 5 benefits of L-citrulline. There's the what is. I'm probably going to separate that from the introductory paragraph. Maybe that's perfect. Go ahead. And obviously, make sure you do the research on certain ingredients. Me being in the fitness space, I don't mean to brag, but no, me being in the fitness space, I'm going to look through this and make sure everything makes sense. And I might have to be careful with number 4. Now it's popping up. I'm looking at it. I'm going to look at this and look at the bullet points, or I'm going to look at the benefits. And if the benefits are not reasonable to me, if the benefits are like, okay, this is kind of, I shouldn't be saying this kind of stuff, or there's an issue to it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and edit it. So I got this skeleton of the sort. So I'm going to copy this, and then we're going to go on over to my other tab. I have 50 tabs. All right. I create the blog post, and then 5 benefits. Typing today. I'm on the spot. That's why. Okay. So what I do with my blog posts, what I prefer to do, is space every sentence. Now, this is just me personally, but this is how I do my email list. I'm spacing every sentence just because it's more readable. It's more digestible, in my opinion. I might change this paragraph here. Number 1. So the 2 main ones are my favorite ones because that's what they're for. Exercise performance reduces fatigue. Many athletes and enthusiasts take them to gain an edge in training. All right, and the immune system thing, I have to take a look at this more carefully. But remember, I'm going to separate this, and it's like, and I'll post the image here, my pre-workout, and I'll have a paragraph here. All right, what I'm going to do with ChatGPT now, and you're going to have me on the browser here. What I'm going to do with ChatGPT now is I'm going to ask it to give me 2 more benefits of L-citrulline. So it says potentially improves muscle recovery, but it says improves muscle recovery. I'm going to say may help with muscle recovery. Now, I'm pretty sure there's studies that support, I don't know why I just deleted that. I'm pretty sure There's studies that support exactly what I just deleted. I'm going to say it out loud, but my product is not for that. So I'm going to tailor it towards workout performance. And then the last one, may support cognitive function. Well, I'll keep it simple like that. I'm going to say I need a paragraph on what L-citrulline is, see what it comes up with. Cool. This is better. When consumed, L-citrulline is converted into another amino acid called L-arginine or arginine. And to be a nerd, some people purchase supplements with L-arginine in it. But the problem is when it tries to get to your, essentially your blood barrier, right? The bloodstream. By the time it gets there, it's a little too late. The effects, the benefits of what it would give you are not there. It kind of dissipates. But then if you bring in L-citrulline, it converts it. So the nerd in me is like, take L-citrulline, it converts to L-arginine, and that's where we get the benefits of it. And I'm a big fan of L-citrulline, so that's why I put it in my product. But anyway, I have this laid out, right? And now what I'm going to do is I have this completed blog in a matter of 5 minutes. Let's dive in, find out. And I'm going to use this as the excerpt. Okay. So I have this blog ready to go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this. And in the next video, I'm going to show you guys how to create an attribution link for this, to create the button for this so that once the blog is ready to go, you can drive traffic to it. So I'll see you in the next one. So now that we have the blog pretty much ready to go, I'm going to go ahead and create the attribution link. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go under the advertising console on Amazon, measuring and reporting, Amazon attribution. Going to click on that here. Then you're going to click create campaign. And I'm going to guide you through this process. Once you do this once, you should be able to do it again and again and again. And this is going to be really, I hope this helps you guys out in a way that I'm going to show you some things that may be beneficial to essentially your attribution link. So what you're going to do is click here, create manually. You're going to name it based on a naming structure. Now, at the agency, we'll name it AA10, AA11, AA12 with the brand name and then what it is. What I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to name it based off of what we have for my other website. So I have it set up as MLA 14, and you can name it however you want to name it, but we just name it AA brand name and then what type of thing it is. So this is my 14th blog I made on this website, Citrulline blog. And what you're going to do is click add all on this page. Now I have products that I used to have, and I was product crazy back in the day, but now we kind of changed things up and we're focusing on these two. And essentially you add all, even if they're products that are not tailored towards this blog, right? The reason being is when people click on the attribution link, they'll see your other products at the top. And if the attribution is tied to one of your products, you're going to get the benefits of it. So if somebody purchases, if they hop on the Citrulline blog, instead of purchasing my pre-workout, they purchase the sleep supplement for some reason, I'm going to get attribution for that. But the link will be tailored towards the pre-workout here. So what I'm going to do is go to this first ad group, select channel. You can, whatever you want to do. I typically do, if it's a Google ad, search Google AdWords, ad group name, Citrulline, pre-workout. I don't know, I'm going to call it that. And then this is a really important piece. Since this is the product, you want to click on one of these links directly. You want to click on this link here. This is my product that I'm going to basically sell. The reason being is when you get the link up here, it says reforged, pre-forged supplement, beta-alanine, L-citrulline. L-citrulline is up there. This is the canonical URL, and these are the keywords that are like my number one keywords I want to push for this pre-workout. And Amazon will create this canonical URL when you create the listing. And I'm going to put this canonical URL down here. And there it is. Click create. It's going to any day now. Internet's kind of slow today. There it is. So I got the attribution link here. And now I'm going to use it for that blog. So I'm going to share the other screen, my 50 screens. Let me get to it real quick. And I'm going to show you something that I use, and I hope it helps you, especially for your blog. If your blog is if you can't create buttons on your website. So since I'm using Shopify, it's going to be a little bit different for me. But I have their URL, and I'm going to set the URL 3 times. the name of the product, new window, Reforged pre-workout with L-citrulline. And then I'm going to post it on the link as well. And then now I'm going to create the button. So I'm going to keep a space in here. I'm going to change this paragraph a little bit. Have a conclusion title like that. Keep a space in between here. And what I'm going to do is if you go to codepen.io/rkimberlyc, and you could follow this, I could probably put the link in there. What it'll do is it'll give you a custom button that you can make an HTML button for. This is my favorite HTML button generator. But what we're going to do is background color. I'm going to set it big red. I want it as red as possible. I have this link already used before, but what I'm going to do is you could do any font size, whatever. What I like to write in the heading is check price and purchase on Amazon. So they know they're going directly to Amazon to purchase. They can check price and purchase. And this is something that I learned from Travis, and it works really well. You could put check price on Amazon, but I like to put check price and purchase, and it works well regardless. I don't think it really matters what the button says, as long as there's a call to action on it where it's like purchase on Amazon, etc. But this works really well, so you can follow this. Link address, I'm going to put the attribution link. There's my code. I'm going to go back to the blog post, and then I'm going to move myself over here. I'm going to click show HTML, and I'm going to go find it. So let's see where the conclusion is. There it is. So I'm going to put it here. Boom. Check price and purchase on Amazon. There it is. Now what I'm going to do, save, hit preview in bold. So I'm going to change the bold font. You also want to make sure when you do this that the links are working. Cool. I'm going to change these back in. Let's see how it looks. There it is. Fix that. Give you the link. That's weird. Okay. All right, and then visible launched. Google Ads officially launched, or I'm sorry, the blog is officially launched. And now what I'm going to do is I created this link, and we're going to use this for the Google ad. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how to set up a Google ad for a blog, and I'll see you there. Here we are, the home stretch, guys. So we're going to go on ads.google.com, create a campaign. And what we're going to do is website traffic, conversion goals. It doesn't matter. You can just you just have to have one. I'll just set these, and then I'll click search. It's going to be website traffic, search, business website. It's going to be this direct blog post. And then the name of it will be down here, Citrulline blog. So MLA 14 Citrulline blog, continue, bid strategy, clicks. You want to maximize clicks. Okay. On here, you want to make sure, I have not messed around with this. This could be something you could try out down the line. I'm not going to mess around with this. This is just plain and simple. Maximize clicks, campaign settings. We're going to turn these two off. So if these boxes are checked, uncheck them. And then you want to make sure whatever state, or I'm sorry, whatever country you're in, check the country you're in. Especially with my supplements, it has to be United States. I can't sell elsewhere. So make sure if you're in the US and you're selling directly in the US, do it to US. I've set up clients in the UK before and Canada. It's similar experience, but you just got to make sure you're selecting the right location to target, because if customers are clicking on the link and trying to purchase and they can't, you're just wasting money. So United States, check these off so that it's directly on Google Ads. It's not on the search network or display network. And then make sure these are off. And then you're going to go to keywords and ads. Now there are a lot of, remember when I showed you a bunch of keywords, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on phrase and exact match of the keyword L-citrulline. So if you look down here, if you just put the keyword broad match, you put the little quotation marks, it's the phrase match, and then the brackets is the exact match. So L-citrulline is the exact match with the brackets. L-citrulline with quotation marks is the phrase match. And these are the two main ones, because I've noticed, and Travis actually explained this to me when I first started doing this, is like when you set up the broad match, it's extra broad. Like it's so broad that it gets absurd. Like the search terms that people search sometimes have nothing to do with the product itself. So it kind of gets kind of frustrating in that regard. So make sure it's phrase and exact. You're going to get a little bit more accuracy with those. And then I'm going to put display path moodliftersalliance.org/citrulline. So it'll pop up here. So I'm going to put the website name and 5 benefits of L-citrulline. What is L-citrulline? Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys something cool. I'm gonna copy this link here, stop this share, go to the next thing. Let's go back to my ChatGPT browser. And now you can ask ChatGPT to do this in various ways, but I'm gonna show you the way that I like doing it, just because it takes the blog information. So this was the ChatGPT thing that I did with the originally created the blog post. Now, what I'm gonna ask ChatGPT to do is I have an enable plugin, because this is use GPT-4. And this enable plugin is actually a link reader. So I could send the link and it will read it and it'll spit me some ideas based off of that. So what I'm going to do is write me 10 Google Ads headlines for this blog. If you don't have access to this, if you're using the free version of ChatGPT, you could say, write me 10 Google Ads headlines for a blog titled 5 benefits of L-citrulline. What is L-citrulline? It'll spit out some stuff too. And it usually is similar, but I just like to use this because it's kind of cool. It looks in my blog and all that stuff. So elevate your workouts. So I'll start using some of this copy and I'll go back to the other screen, but I'll show you. I just take pieces of the headline, and if it's too long, this one's a little too long. Let's see how long this is. This might be too long too. Yes, it is. Unlock the power of citrulline. I'll just put unlock the power of citrulline. And then the edge in training fitness, I'll say. Cool, right on the money. All citrulline's proven benefits. Boost the unsung hero. Nice, the unsung hero of amino acids. You get the picture. I have a bunch of headlines. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you the completed one, but what I'm gonna do next is gonna take a similar thing like this, but I'm gonna write me six Google Ads descriptions for this blog. And it's going to write descriptions for the blog, for the Google Ads. And you can ask it for a blog title, blah, 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 and then I'll spit it out, something similar. But what's nice is it goes into the blog content and it tells you exactly what you can write about or what the description could say. And it's a little bit better than what the headlines are. But it's gonna be a lot more characters than what you're allowed on Google Ads. So you might have to get creative or condense it. Discover the power of amino acids. See if I can fit all this. Probably can't. Then I have room for one more. All right, and now I'm going to share the other screen, my other tab. So inefficient, but I apologize about that, guys, but I'll show you what I have set up. So these are the headlines, website name, 5 benefits, what is it, little headings there. Descriptions, what I wrote, what are those amino acids can elevate well-being, ever wondered about it, uncover it, that your journey starts here. Now here's the cool stuff. So some of you guys will have access to image site links, and I'm going to explain site links in a second, but site links are essentially additional links that you can drive traffic towards on Amazon. Now, you want to be careful that your Amazon listing doesn't have any flagged words that Google flags, because then you can't really put them on there, or you can't put the direct attribution link as a site link. And this is a hack that we utilize at the agency, where it's like, if there's a problem-based keyword, 5 ways to help with blah, 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 or the 5 benefits of a certain ingredient, and the product being the solution, one of the site links we'll have is our favorite beta-alanine, our favorite pre-workout, our favorite citrulline. And these were flagged on mine because there's an ingredient that the copy of that ingredient cannot be said anywhere on Google. So I can't use these attribution links. I tried it, it didn't work. It is what it is. I can't use them. Now, not to say the product itself, the ingredient itself, is not necessarily a bad ingredient, but it's one of those things where Google does not want advertising towards that specific ingredient in some specific way. And it's because the name of the ingredient is on the listing itself. And I think it might be on one of the reviews or something like that. And obviously, that ingredient, I can't say the ingredient name on the listing itself, but I can advertise my product on my website by not mentioning the ingredient or mentioning a variation of the ingredient name, which is a velvet bean extract. If I say the other name, if I put the other name and advertise towards it, it gets flagged. So I can't use those attribution links. But maybe you can for your listing if it doesn't have any troublesome keywords in there that get flagged. And you could say our favorite, supplement, our favorite, acid reflux product, blah, 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 as your number 1 site link. What I'm going to do is I have a bunch of blog posts that I created in the past. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the 4-week exercise challenge in one. I'm going to put the exercise motivation hacks blog I made in the past. I'm going to put 5 benefits of melatonin, and then I'm going to put ultimate sleep guide. And these are the site links I made in the past. So when you create these on your Google Ads, you can use them whenever you want. Now, the cool thing about this is what I'll show you guys probably in the future with, or I can just show you, I can explain an example, but when you're doing direct to Amazon listings, and this is going to be another strategy we utilize that I haven't gone over just yet. But direct to Amazon listings, you grab a keyword that you rank really well for on Amazon, you search it in the Google Keyword Planner. If you find it's a low cost per click, you're going to utilize that keyword for direct to Amazon listing. And in that direct to Amazon listing, if you have a bunch of variations, you can add the variations in the site links, and the site links come up right here. So you can see all this here, these little boxes here, these links. They just add more visibility to the listing. Sometimes people don't click on them, but if they see that there's like, for example, you have a product with a bunch of variations or flavors. I don't have a bunch of flavors just yet, but if I had a bunch of flavors, I would put all the flavors here, and somebody would be like, oh, that sounds like a good flavor. I'm going to click on the main link. And that's what typically happens. But I have those at the account level. And then what I'm going to do is select done. I have this here. Now it's going to say recommended budget. Guys, I will always start at $5 a day and we scale upwards from there, mainly because you get a lower cost per click. Apparently the cost per click is kind of high, but that's okay. I'm going to test this out and see how it performs. It's saying it's really skewed. It's saying weekly cost is $427 at $5 a day. I think there's a glitch there. Let's see what happens. Because if I get 500 something clicks, there it is. All right, so it went down 25 cents per click. That's more than reasonable. 25 cents per click, 142 weekly clicks at $35 a week. I'll take that, right? 142 clicks with the potential of a sale from those clicks. I'm gonna do that. And if it's 35 a week, if I can get a few sales on 35 a week, that's a winning Google ad. You want to have at least a 1.5 ROAS with Google ads. Don't expect them to be as amazing as Amazon ads, but 1.5 ROAS driving organic traffic to Amazon is great. Or I'm sorry, driving external traffic. Organic traffic, even better. But external traffic to Amazon, great. I've seen clients with if they have a winning keyword, a winning product, I think the highest I've seen in a ROAS is 8. And it was just absurd. It was an absurd week. But the client's product is an amazing product. It's innovative. It like timed the industry right where there was so much demand for this product. Keyword search volume is really low. We timed it right with that one. And they had essentially a winning Google ad. Now, obviously the ROAS will go down because you can't always have an 8 ROAS, as amazing as that is, but it's still like when you have that much amount, like if you have a ROAS that high on a Google ad, you already know, like even if it's 1 week, you already know it's a killer ad. But what we typically do is once we launch this, and I'll click publish campaign, it's officially launched now. Google ad is launched and we have it running. And from there, we let things run. And once it's reviewed, accepted, the ad will be running, we'll get impressions, things like that. But usually what we typically do at the agency is we let it run, and it's a slow scale strategy, guys, but once you get it right and you have a bunch of winning Google ads and you scale it upwards, you're just going to make a lot of sales from them. At first it seem like weeks of nothing, and then things may get better and you get more sales. Then you're like, okay, after a couple of weeks of 3 weeks of 1.5 ROAS, we increase it from 5 to 10 a day. Test it there. We want to make sure it's well optimized during that time. And then when it is, we scale it upwards again and again and again at $5 increments. This is personally what we do at the agency because we want to start small and scale upwards. And it's the best way to, optimize Google ads. It's the best way because if you scale them too quickly, they die out. And I can tell you from personal experience, I had a client in the past that wanted to scale it really quickly. And then when we did, it died out. And it was better to scale it slowly. And in doing this, it may take some time, but just think about it as a long-term strategy that once it scales up to 25 to 35 a day, and you're making a 1.5 ROAS or even a 2 ROAS from this Google ad, that not only that external traffic benefits you, but the traffic on Amazon will benefit you as well. Like you're going to get a lot more attention on the listing. There's a lot more traffic. There's a lot more impressions. You can use sponsored display ads now for these retargeting ads with attribution links. There's opportunities are endless there. Views, remarketing, you get people back on the site to buy your product. And remember, you just have to have multiple touch points with that. You can even use retargeting on the website if you own a website that's like a third-party one, like this one here that I'm using. It's like a retargeting one, and we can retarget to other blog posts, things like that. Usually when somebody clicks on the attribution link, that attribution link applies for 2 weeks. So if they do purchase one of your products from that attribution link, you get credit for it. But with that being said, that's pretty much how you set up a blog, Google Ads to blog. I hope this helped. What I'll do next is I'll show you a few other Google Ads strategies that we utilize at the agency that have worked really well. Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you driving Google Ads traffic to your Amazon listing. And I'm going to show you how to do this in 2 ways. I think you should use both ways in combination of the two, just so you can get I guess you could say you maximize your Amazon potential, something weird like that. But anyway, what you're going to do first is get your search term report, and then go to brand analytics as well. We're going to start with brand analytics. You go into the tab here, click on this brand analytics. What you're going to do, I'll clear this out so you can take a look at it. But essentially, you're going to be searching for a specific product. You're going to click your ASIN. You can do weekly, monthly, quarterly. I'm going to do quarterly because my brand's still small, so I need to grab as many keywords as I can just to see what's going on. And then you can see these are keywords that I'm getting either impression share for, potential clicks for, things like that. We scroll to the side here, we can see purchases. So you'll see a high volume of, typically a high volume of purchases, but this brand's a little tiny. So I will say this, there are some keywords that I do well with. So let me show you based on search term report, based on what data I have right now at this moment in time. For some, this may be incomplete data, but I will explain to you how this process goes for my clients as well. So you have another reference point. But this is just me in live action right now. What I typically do is I look at these keywords and I search them on Google. And I'm going to search for some that are relevant. So let's say, for example, I am searching Drift Sleep Aid. Drift is my product name. So if I search Drift Sleep Aid, I may not get words there, maybe 20, right? We don't know the top of bid range, anything like that. I might put that in, just to see where things go. I'm going to test it out. I'll probably put that in a phrase and exact match, see where that goes. But what I'm going to be looking at mostly, and I know that right now, this right here, sleep powder keyword is money to me right now. So my product is I wish I had it here. It's in the kitchen, but my product is a sleep drink mix. And I showed my product as an example, and I guess I can click on it. Let's see here. If you didn't see it before, sleep drink mix. It tastes like peach tea, like a little Snapple. Can't say that because I'll get sued, so don't disregard that. Okay. But anyway, sleep powder, 1,900 search volume, not too bad. Low bid range, upwards to $4. So this one might be one that may be tricky. Low search volume. Another one that is a low search volume as well that may potentially work. I was looking at earlier. I think I found it on here. Search term reporting. Sleeping supplements. Maybe sleep powder is there. Let's search sleeping supplement. That's an interesting one. Oh, I think it was in the brand analytics. Sleeping supplement. It's okay. Expect these kind of keywords to have a higher cost per click. Most of the time they do. If it's like a problem-based keyword, it's very low cost per click. So these ones typically cost more to run, but if you can get them right, and it requires a lot of testing, but if you can get these direct to Amazon listing Google ads right, you can get a good amount of sales from them. But sleeping powder, and then also sleep drink is one. I think it was in my brand analytics. I'll look at it. I think this one, I can't even type right now. Yeah, another 1,900 higher cost per click. And what I'll do, double check that. There it is. Higher search volume. But essentially, you grab those keyword opportunities for your search term reporting, and you take what you can from here as well. And then you launch some ads: sleeping supplement, sleeping drink, sleep drink, sleeping powder, sleeping supplement. I don't know if I searched that one yet. I'm just going to take those 4 keywords: sleeping powder, sleep drink, and sleeping supplement, and just throw them into one campaign. See how they do. Let's get into it. So give me 1 second while I set everything up. Or actually, I can do it out here. So this is through. I can't do it through the nonprofit because it's direct to Amazon. It's not like to the blog post direct to Amazon. So it's against the rules. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my actual business Google Ads account in this regard. In this scenario, create a campaign. A13. I've used A13 before. Let's do that. Add all the attribution. Whoops. I just destroyed that. Let's search AdWords. Now, some of you guys, like I said, you're going to have a lot more keyword opportunities. And as I mentioned, with clients, I found that if a client, let's say, for example, a client is not targeting their brand as a keyword on like their website or anything along those lines, but they have a search volume for it, and you want to focus on Google Ads traffic to Amazon. If you have that search volume, drive that traffic to Amazon. I've seen some clients use their brand name to drive traffic to Amazon to get some sales, whether it's like a storefront, whether it's direct to listing, whatever it is. I've seen them work extremely well. And that's like easy money for this type of thing. And remember, brand referral bonus, additional boost in ranking, potential lift on your on Amazon, things like that. So take that into consideration when you're doing this kind of stuff too. Get very strategic with it. If you want to get strategic with Amazon, look for keywords that you rank for. Even utilize your brand name if your brand name's starting to get a little popular. So we'll create this, and then I'll copy this. And this one's a little bit easier than the blog post ones to set up. What we'll do is create campaign. Website traffic, still want to maximize clicks. Remember, it's going direct to Amazon, so none of these really matter. You can't really track these, but I'm just going to leave it as one target so they don't fill up my ad feed. When I'm setting up the ad, they don't fill up all these things. So search this. There's the attribution link. It's direct to the listing. And then the listing name. I didn't put it there. I'm going to have to manually write it. My lazy self doesn't want to do that. Correct. Maximize clicks. Campaign settings, uncheck these, turn these off. You don't want those to be elsewhere. Check United States if you're a product that's selling in the US. All right. Ooh, look at all this. Another thing that you could take a look at too is when they look at your listing and they give you keyword suggestions. These are some things to consider. I've never really explored this further, but this is just something that could potentially be things that may help. Matter of fact, I will take these keywords to test out in the future. Obviously, this one's a little troublesome, but I will take these keywords to test out in the future or look at in our keyword reporting for potential blog posts. So thanks to Amazon, I got some data. So I got that. Okay. I'm going to get rid of these for the time being now. And then I'm going to go phrase and exact for sleep powder. I could have put these on Excel. It probably would have saved me a lot more time and shortened the video. Inefficiencies because I'm too excited about creating this video for you guys. So average cost per click may be a little bit higher, but it's okay. Cool. Amazon.com reforged drink, reforged drip, sleep drink mix. Yes, there we go. Sleep powder supplement. If you have a coupon, save on Amazon. Wink, that's a little tip. So I'm including the keywords. But what we'll do now is we'll go into the other tab, my ChatGPT tab. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to try it, but unfortunately, ChatGPT doesn't read Amazon listings at this moment in time, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to tell it to read this Amazon listing and see if we just share my screen. I have a brain fart there behind some of this ChatGPT tabs. Let's see what it does. Last time I tried it, it didn't work. So if it doesn't work, I'm just going to write like a short description of my product. I'll be prepped for that. Oh, all right. Not too bad. Not too bad. And then it's going to spit out some information. Flavored sleep aid drink. And what's really cool about the copy here is I think for these ones, especially when you're trying to go direct to Amazon listings, you can kind of have a cool pitch to your product. So sleep aid drink for peaceful nights. So let's see. I'm going to go back to this one here. And I showed you those examples, but we're going to go back to this tab here. And sleep aid drink, put sleep aid. Or I would probably put sleep drink for peaceful nights. Oh, it didn't fit. And this one definitely is going to have a lot more. This one's going to have a lot more headlines. And obviously, we can't fit all the descriptions as 4 max, but this one's going to have up to 15 headlines. And I'm probably going to fill them all up because there's a lot to talk about with the product. So sip, relax, sleep. I like that one. Sit, relax, and sleep with grip. Dang, I'll just put this. Dang. So some of these are going to be so good that I'm going to put in my description too. So I may not, sleep through the night with grip, your bedtime companion. I may not even ask for descriptions because these are just so good. Now, since this is a brand, I think this is a brand keyword. I don't know if it's I think it should be okay with 2 spaces. I don't know if it would get flagged for that, but we'll see. I'm going to ask ChatGPT to write. So I'm asking ChatGPT to write me 6 Google Ads descriptions with the information I just recently provided ChatGPT about my product. God, I'm probably going to have to make multiple variations. This copy is so good. Cool. Let's see what else I can add. Oh, this copy's cool. All right, last but not least, or actually there might be more we can do with this. is image site links. I'm going to add a few more. This one's disproved because it's information. I'm going to look and see if I have some images, some lifestyle images. I should have them. If I do, I'll upload those. Hopefully I have them on here, but this computer is fairly new. I might have to look for them. Give me 1 second and I'll get these going. All right, doing this made me realize I need to do much more lifestyle photos. So I'm gonna have some people do some. Let me go find them. Okay. Sorry if you hear some work being done in the background. Upload these. Edit. New image. Image. Upload. Here. There's one. There's two. Make your adjustments if you need to. I don't like that one though. Probably keep it as this one. Cool. Just images of it standing alone. I gotta make a new one of me drinking it. That would be a pretty cool photo. All right, I'm talking to myself, being weird. Okay. Apply, site links, and then, all right, I gotta remember Reforge Amazon store. That's a cool site link. All right, easy to place it in. Same product, but I'm just gonna put some real estate on there. Oh, I remember there's some blogs I made. I made a previous video on this, but I made blogs direct to Amazon. So I'm going to add those as site links. So they're blog posts on my Amazon storefront that I made. And if you need a reference to that, if you created that video in the past, you could probably find that video. And I'm going to use those to my advantage in this scenario. Then we're going to click save. Make sure. All right, that's good. And then we're going to hit done. Oh, look at that. 37 cents. Let's go 5. Let's see what happens. 38. That's fine. Whatever. $5 a day. We're going to start there and we'll let it scale upwards. We'll see how this performs. Looks like the search volume might be reasonable for this, even though it was like 1900 for the majority of, or I'm sorry, the main keywords. We'll click publish and it is launched. And that's how you do Google Ads direct to Amazon. I hope this helped. I'm sorry my brand's a little small for information on like the search term reporting and the brand analytics, but this applies to all brands. You can open up your brand analytics for yourself, or if you have access to it, managing some clients at an agency, you can open it up. You can take a look at it, or you could take a look at the search term reporting, or you could do both. Search term reporting is probably going to be your best bet in this regard if you don't have access to brand analytics, and you can gather a lot of information from that. You look at it in Google Keyword Planner, and then go from there. But with that being said, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Take care. Hey, everyone. I just want to send you this quick video in regards to Google Ads auto apply. So if you just set up Google Ads and you haven't used it before, and you wonder why, maybe for like the first week, Google Ads was running really well with the maximize clicks ad strategy, and then just so happened that the cost went down and you weren't getting as many clicks, or you weren't getting any sales opportunities. You want to make sure, and I'm using the old design, I can show you the new design too, but you want to make sure that the bid ad strategy type is still maximize clicks, because what happens is Google will sometimes have an auto apply feature set up, auto apply here, and sometimes you'll have some of these boxes checked. And this is also in regards to having broad campaigns created in your Google Ads. If you follow our strategy and we have our phrase in exact, and you follow that, you may find that you'll start to spend a lot, and then you look at your campaigns, you see a bunch of new keywords added. There will be boxes that you need to check off here too. Add new keywords will be the thing that's checked on. I'm going to make sure I have it checked off. And then also you can keep this on with bid more efficiently with maximize clicks, but you may see this box checked on and this one checked on too. Make sure you have these checked off, because what you want to do is make sure everything's in maximize clicks and not have maximize conversions not have your ad strategy change from maximize clicks to maximize conversions or maximize conversion value or any of these other targets. And also, in addition to that, you want to have these checked off as well, especially with our strategy. You want to manually go in. If you have Google Ads running that's outside of our strategy, you want to manually go in and make the adjustments because the auto apply will apply to pretty much everything. And if you have Google Ads driving traffic directly to Amazon, you have maximize conversions, it's not going to perform. Maximize clicks is going for volume, and that's the goal. We're trying to drive volume to Amazon. So make sure that this is running. You can check all these boxes off so you can set it by default in your campaign overview. So that it doesn't change again. Now, I don't like the new design, but it's the same process. You will go, and this is just personal preference. I'm kind of old school. We go to recommendations and then click auto apply. Same thing goes. Maybe I should keep it on. It's not too bad. I'm just gonna go use previous design. We'll keep it like that. But that's pretty much what I wanted to show you, because I know that things could go wrong with Google Ads, and that kind of can be a pain in the butt. And I've seen this happen a couple times, so I'm always cognizant of it because it's impacted sales. So let me know if you have any questions about this. Email me at tony@profitablepineapple.com. And with that being said, thanks for watching. We'll talk soon. Take care. Hey guys, in this video, I wanted to show you something that I've been doing with ChatGPT in regards to creating different blog post variations. Since I am in the supplement categories, a lot of comparison is being made in that space. So what I did was, and this is something we do at the agency as well, in addition to our problem-based keyword blogs, the benefits blogs that I recommended in stage 2, is the 5 best whatever. So today I'm going to show you, I'm writing a blog around the 5 best sleep aids or sleep supplements. I'm using the keyword sleep supplements. Here are the products, top 5 products, greatest to least, with descriptions of each. Explain why they're rated in these ways, write the reasonings in short paragraphs, and do not write them in bullet points. And then I numbered it 1 through 5. I have the product title and the bullet points in this copy here for all 5 of my products. So the reason being is ChatGPT is going to grab all this information and organize it into short paragraphs. So what I essentially did was I was taking the competitors' titles and bullet points and just pasting it over to ChatGPT and spacing it out. And how I pick out the competitors is price points, review ratings, and certain features. It just depends on the scenario. If my product has better features, then I'm going to promote my product. If the competitor is going to be a higher price point, I'm going to include them on the list and their star ratings. Now, I am a sleep supplement guy. I tried all kinds of them. Some of them in this category are some that I tried that didn't really work well for me. But in comparison to mine, my ego's in it. My product solution is the best solution, as a business owner. But essentially, that's what I did. I took some products I've tried before. I took some with very controversial reviews, 5-star, 1-star. And all of this is going directly to Amazon on the blog post. So people get to compare and contrast them based on the review count, based on price point, and so on. So if I have the best review count, best price point, better features, my product's going to be number 1 for a reason. And so that's essentially what I did. And the blog posts spat out after posting this, short paragraphs, did really good. They really hyped up my product really well. And they took all the bullet points and organized it. And so I posted it in a blog. And I'm going to show you that blog and how it looks and what I did beyond that. Using Shopify, in this case, the HTML button I showed you. Now, if you're using something like WordPress, sometimes they have the buttons that you can create. But big red button, check price and purchase on Amazon. I'm going to apply it to every single one of these. Now, I'm going to use the attribution link for my product. One thing that may benefit you is getting Amazon affiliate. The Amazon affiliates that you can do for free. You just input the information and then you can basically create affiliate links to these other competitor products. The reason why you'll do that is 1, you'll get credit for it. And then 2, you'll be able to track data in terms of performance. And you can see whether or not your product's getting the most sales in the attribution in comparison to the affiliate links. And if the affiliate links are doing better, take into consideration the copy of the blog post, the title, of the listing, bullet points in the listing, features of the product. So you could take that into consideration if you need to revise and make a better product down the line. It's something to think about, or maybe make a variation that people are raving about. And anyway, that's essentially it. What you're going to do from there is just take the Amazon photos on the listing, just save them, and then just upload them. And then what you'll have here is this blog post. And that's pretty much it. And then what I'm going to do is drive traffic to this, and we'll see how it goes. I've seen the best luck in terms of supplements for me in comparison blogs. Now, there are some supplements that do really well, problem-based, keyword blogs, like I mentioned in the previous direct to listing, things like that. You just need to find what type of blog posts and what type of Google ads work best for your brand. And then when you find that, you capitalize on it. It's a lot of trial and error. But once you get it down and once you get the groove of things, great things happen. And the cool thing about it is when you see something that works, and let's say, for example, I had a blog post on 5 best sleep aids, it killed it. And I'm going to change the copy to it of 2024. And I'm going to see how that works. But what I've been doing is taking keywords like sleep supplements, sleep aids, etc. And then if I find a good performing blog, let's say my blog of sleep aids did really well, I will create a basically split test the second copy with, instead of sleep aids, sleep supplements, and then replicate that process. And if it works for one, it typically works for the other sometimes. Other times it may not work for one and then it works better for the other. So it's worth a shot if you really think that a blog is going to hit. It's a good blog. You know, you took the time out of it. You use sleep supplements and didn't convert well, but then you decided to use a sleep aid and change things around and it converted well. Take that into consideration. With that being said, guys, thanks for watching and let me know if you have any questions. We'll talk soon. Take care.
Secret number 2, the perpetual sales machine, probably one of my favorite things. How to build a perpetual sales machine, even if you suck at writing and you hate people. Yes, that's right. This is something that if you build this, it creates a little momentum at the beginning, and then more momentum, and then more momentum, and more momentum, and it just keeps building up. And your momentum builds and builds and builds and builds and builds and builds and builds until you don't even have to think about making sales anymore. You don't have to think about launching products anymore because you've built this perpetual sales machine. So let's jump in to that one. Here's what we're going to be going over in this section. Again, we're going to go a broad overview and then dive into each of them individually. So we're going to go over product inserts, giveaways, 7-part email sequence, pop-ups on blogs, retargeting ads, and then using your link in the description and cover photo. That's actually going to be in stage or the next part a little bit more. All right, let's jump into the exact SOP walkthrough for this part.
We're going to take you from Amazon seller to brand owner. This is when it gets exciting. You guys should be excited about this. So let's dive into stage 3 today, which is how to build a thriving email community and then turn that into a perpetual sales machine. Now, this helped build us from pretty much 0 emails all the way up to 140,000 on our list. And I can't tell you the importance of this. Number 1, you're getting a lot of blog visitors. Number 2, you're then building an email list that you can control. You can have them go to your Shopify store. You can have them go to blog posts. You can have them go to your YouTube channel. You can have them go straight to Amazon. So when you launch a product, number 1, they'll tell you what they want you to come out with next. There's nothing better than that. They'll tell you what product to launch next. But then number 2, they'll buy from you because you're serving them. You're not spamming them, you're serving them. So I have prepared a presentation for this because I want to walk you through this step by step. We're going to do a broad overview in this video, and it's going to be a quick video, hopefully. And then we're going to dive into each step, and you guys are going to implement it on the back end. So broad overview right now. Don't worry about taking notes because we're going to have step-by-step videos after this. So let me switch over to my screen. All right, let's jump into it. So 5 simple steps to create a moat. We went over the first 2 in the last stage, building your landing page and traffic. We're going to go over a little bit of a landing page today and how to get traffic to that landing page today. This is a very simple one. We're then going to teach you how to capture the email and then retarget with more traffic. And then we're going to bring it all together at the end. So let's jump in. So part 1 was the lander. And we wanted you to write down as many problems down as you could, research those keywords with Keyword Planner, and then we're going to write your article with AI. We're going to use AI in this one as well. We're then going to make Amazon attribution links and post the blog with attribution links. Part 2 is going to be traffic. So we're going to start building out 1 blog with Google Ads at a time, and we're going to do up to 10 because 6 out of 10 will fail, 3 will do okay, 1 will go absolutely nuts. So just remember that. You will fail a lot. But the more you fail, the more you will succeed. So you have to remember that. I've failed so much, but that is how I've succeeded. And if you don't have the grit to fail, then this is not for you. You should not do anything online, or you should not do business in general, because you'll fail a lot. I failed a lot with my optometry practice too. So it's a part of business. And the people that can get through that failure, that grit, that they have the grit to get through it and they persevere, those are the people that are successful. You can't show me one person that's successful that hasn't failed. Okay, rant over. All right, so we've gone over this. Google Ads to blog posts to Amazon. Let's jump into the next part. And again, you can stop right here and just do that. You don't have to do anything with email if you don't want to build a real brand, but we're here to teach you how to build a real brand. So the first thing we're going to do is capture the email from your Amazon sales. And you guys have all heard this before. Sean Hart and Seth Stevenson are very good at Post-Purchase Pro in their marketing, and they do great with product inserts. But the first thing we want to do is just create a simple landing page for them to land on. I'm talking super, super simple. This landing page converts incredibly well because guess what? They're on Amazon, they're buying soap. The insert says, get your free gift here. They land on this page. It says, grab your free soap. And there's no strings attached. There's no shipping. There's nothing. We pay for the shipping. We pay for the soap. It costs us about $9, but you're paying $9 for a hot lead. And what I mean by that is they're a hot lead because they bought from you from Amazon. Now they're coming to get your free soap on this landing page. So do your skin a favor. We know you'll love our goat milk soap as much as we do. So we'd love to send you a bar. Put your name and email address to receive instructions on how to claim this offer. So what happens here is they put their name and email address in. We then send them an email. Email is simple. It says, hey, one more step for your soap, free soap. Reply to this email address or reply to this email with your name and your address so we know where to send the soap to. And that's pretty much it. We then might go into a little bit of a story, but that might lose actually what we're trying to do. And what that does is it gets them to reply back, which makes your email domain safer because Google and Apple see that you're getting replies from your automated email. And that makes you safer in the eyes of Google. You can add text messaging to this if you want to complicate it, but text message is even more effective, but let's just stick with this for now. Simple landing page. Doesn't have to be complicated. Now let's go into the product inserts. I'm going to show you a bunch right now. I'm going to show you the one that Sean and Seth told me is working incredibly well right now. Shout out to them for all these product inserts and ideas. They're brilliant. They have a lot of great ideas when it comes to product inserts. So this is one that we made for Carolina Soapworks. That was the landing page you just saw. As a thank you for choosing Carolina Soapworks, we'd like to send you a free gift. Scan me. So they'll scan that QR code. I would actually like a URL to be on here, but I don't see a URL. And then on the back of it, it just talks about their stories, their roots. And so I like a URL on there because some people don't get the QR code. So we may need to fix this one a little bit, but you get the idea. QR code with the URL goes to this landing page, and it's pretty simple. Here's another one that Seth and Sean have used a lot. They're not doing this one as much, but this is a sticker, and it just goes right on the packaging. Here's another sticker. And then here's one we just made for Tessa's Kitchen. This is one that they said is working incredibly well. And so what we have is the scan me with the URL code, and then we have a scratch off. So you design this just like a normal business card. And then when you go to print it, you tell the manufacturer just to put that it's a sticker. It's a sticker scratch, and it goes right over that bonus code. Everybody has the same bonus code. And then your landing page has bonus code, email, first name. It doesn't matter. The bonus code doesn't matter. It just matters that they put their email address in, and it makes it feel like a game. You're gamifying the insert. So Seth and Sean have told me that this is working incredibly well. So please don't share this because once things go mainstream, they don't work as well. So keep that inside this group. Use it to your advantage. But yeah, sticker over that to scratch off. And then here's the back. It just tells the stories. So this is Tessa's Kitchen. This is the example I've been giving you guys this whole time. And you can see our insert right here. All right, so product inserts. So your action items for this part is just to build a simple landing page to get their email address, build your product insert, and then build a thank you page with a MIFKI. Now, what the heck is a MIFKI? A MIFKI is just the most incredible free gift ever. And so after you build that landing page, this is completely optional. You can just say thank you. Instructions are in your email for next steps, or you can make them an offer, maybe a subscribe and save, continuity. And so on that thank you page, you could say, one-time offer only, get 50% off when you subscribe to receive our soap every 3 months. And it's a 3-pack, it's for $20 or 33% off. And they get it every 3 months right to their door. Now they're buying off your website, not on Amazon. Or you can send them back to Amazon to go for like the 50% off subscribe and save. And so you just got to think about how you want to do it. And so just depends on what you want, but the most incredible free gift ever. And then you can make something exclusive to that. 50% off subscribe and save is one example, but like Russell, one of his MIFKIs, let me actually grab it, was this Hand of Destiny book. So this book, you can see it's beefy, it's huge. And this is an unpublished manuscript from Napoleon Hill. And you could only get this on his thank you page. So you can't buy that book. You can't buy it on Amazon. You can't buy it anywhere because it's unpublished. So he actually published it in like the original format. You can see like Napoleon Hill's writing, and it's just this incredible gift that you can only get on that thank you page. And you have to subscribe to his year plan for Secrets of Success. And I was like, yeah, might as well do it. And that was $1,000 a year. And I had no problem because I wanted that book. So what can you provide for a MIFKI? The most incredible free gift ever. But don't worry about that. If it seems overwhelming, simple landing page insert. That's it. That's all you want to do right now. You can always add this stuff later. All right, part 3B, capturing the email from your blog posts. Now in stage 2, we created blog posts and we're starting to get traffic to those. Now what we want to do is we just want to create and add a simple pop-up to your store in order to, or to your blog post in order to get an email address and to get a sale. And so that's kind of the goal of this. So what should you have as a pop-up? Determine what you want to give away. So a coupon, you could do 50% off, subscribe and save. So let's say you have that on your listing on Amazon and it's there for the public, but the person on your blog doesn't know that. So if you did a pop-up, put your email address in here and we'll give you 50% off your first Amazon order. They put their email address in, the thank you little pop-up then goes over to Amazon to buy, and they'll see that 50% off, subscribe and save, or 40% off or 30% off. You can give away a book. So you can give away your survival guide to Amazon ads. You can give away the Rethinking Dry Eye Treatment book, and we do digital formats of those. So PDFs sent right to their email address. You could do a handout, and so you could really learn just like what they really need. You might be getting questions over and over again. Go to your Amazon page, look at your frequently asked questions, create a little handout around that problem, and just say, and you want to invoke curiosity. So I'll go over some examples of that here in just a little bit. So here's some examples: dry eye book, free Amazon PPC masterclass. If you're doing weight loss, 5 foods to eat for reducing belly fat. It invokes curiosity. I want to know the 5 foods to eat to reduce my belly fat. For wealth building, 5 money mistakes you're making. You want to know what money mistakes you're making if you're trying to get rich. Acid reflux, 5 foods that are making your acid reflux worse. If you're suffering from acid reflux, you want to know the 5 foods that are making it worse. So create curiosity. Try to get them to put in so you can try, and you want to split test these. Try coupons, then try curiosity hooks. So 5 foods to eat reducing belly fat. And you got to test. Just like you would test your main image, just like you test your titles, just like you test your price. You got to test these different hooks to try to get them in. So here's some examples. I give you guys away. This is my Mifki, my incredible free gift. It can be digital. It doesn't have to be physical. I give away a free Amazon PPC masterclass, and it's better than any paid courses. I believe that through and through. I'm convicted on that. And it's because it's simple. And I like to simplify things. That's kind of like my job, is to simplify things. And so we give this away for free because we know that if you guys take this free Amazon PPC masterclass, you will be hooked into our world and you'll start to trust me, which then will upgrade you to the software side with Done With You. And then if we grow you with Done With You, then you're going to come to the Done For You. And so you just go up my value ladder from free to paid to even higher paid. And then beyond the Done For You and the Done With You is coaching with me directly. And that's even more expensive. So Done With You starts at $1,000. Done For You starts at $5,000. And then my coaching starts at around $2,500 a month. I believe that's right. Yeah, $2,500 a month, or it's $3,000. No, yeah, $2,500 a month. Or if you pay for all in advance, it's $24,995. And I do that with 1 to 2 to 3 people, close-knit people, but it all starts with the email address. So you can see the power of this when it compounds over time. Oh, but you have a digital service agency and we have physical products. I hear you saying that. So where do we start with that? So this is an example of another pop-up. Oh, let me go back to this. So physical products. We give away our Rethinking Dry Eye Treatment book. Simple book that we wrote. It's actually not simple. It was 250 pages, so it was a real book. You don't have to have that though. Get them on their email address. They learn to trust you because you start to serve them so well. They then buy one of your products. So they spend $20 and then they like your product so much, they come buy all of your products. And our lifetime value was $340 per client. $340. Our average first cart value was $60. And so giveaway book for free. We had $60 to break even on the first order, but we had $340 over the lifetime of that person. And so we'd spend a lot to get people on our blog to then accelerate them up the value ladder. We also had coaching in that, but we didn't have it for that long because we didn't get that many takers. So what should you email them about? So they enter their email address in, then you want to put them into a flow. And so the email flow should go something like this. The first email should be the giveaway. So I talked about this earlier with the landing pages, but it also should be right here as well. Whatever they put their email address in for, give that to them. So is it a free bar of soap from the product insert? You can also give away a free bar of soap on your blog posts. So if they're reading a post about dry skin and how goat milk soap solves their dry skin, pop up, hey, would you like to try our soap for free? put your email address in. The giveaway, that first email, hey, reply to this email and let me know where to send the free bar of soap. Then you can tell them about your story. Portray the pain and pleasure in story form. Hey, I used to have eczema really bad and dry skin just like you. And then I discovered goat milk soap. And once I tried goat milk soap, I was hooked and I knew I had to get this out to the rest of the world. So your call to action for that first email is to get a reply. Reply back to let me know the address where to send this to. Mine with the Amazon PPC course, I give them all the chapters so they can click over. And I say reply back to let me know you're in. So the second one is where you came from, your epiphany moment. So I was sitting there in 2018, 2018, and I was sitting in a lecture and Cherie Givette was on stage and she was talking about Amazon PPC and a light bulb went off in my moment or in my mind. And I was just like, holy cow, this is it. This is how you do PPC. And that's what I'm teaching you guys in this course, by the way. Stage one is what she taught me back in 2018, 19, because it's still relevant today. And the problem is that we get distracted by everything else that's going on in PPC in this world when you could just focus on what Cherie went over. And I like to take Cherie's metaphors and make them into actionable items. And so I looked around after that and everybody was just confused. They're like, that wasn't that good of a lecture. And I was like, are you crazy? That was the best lecture I've ever seen. And it was so good because that was my epiphany moment. And so I have them reply back to that email as well. So number 3, what do you do and who is it for? I am an impact maker. I help you 10x your purpose, your profits, and your freedom. And I do that through Amazon PPC, Google Ads, and helping you build a brand. So you're not an Amazon seller anymore, but you're a real brand. How do you do it for me? That's when you ask for the sale. Hey, you can be a part of our Done With You service, join the wait list here, or you can be part of our Done For You, schedule a call here. Follow on other platforms. We have a YouTube, Facebook group, and then we have our Circle private community. And so we talk to them about that. How did you learn it? And call to action to reply. So I learned it through Cherie Givette on that one lecture. I then joined a course she had. It was a $6,000 course. And she walked us through how to implement her strategies in our business, kind of. It's all through metaphors again, but it taught me everything. And she actually taught us how to use Quartile with it as well. And so we kind of did both. Quartile with her metaphors, and that's where our strategy was born. And then we just start them on the drip sequence with the blogs. So as you write the blogs, you just add to that drip sequence. So you can see right here, that first email, 46% open rate, 13.5% click-through rate. The reason that open rate is so high is because I asked for replies. When you ask for replies and you get replies, then you're going to get higher open rates because you're going to be in the inbox. And so you can see pretty consistent open rates, except for the free Amazon PPC Mastermind. I don't know why that one doesn't get open, but we'll test that one out. But 13.5% click-through rates with over 10,000 sends for that one. And then you can just see it drops from there. I think it's just because I just changed up the emails. That's why there's not too many sent. But every quarter I send about 500,000 emails and my open rate is consistently in the 40s and my click-through rate's high as well. Yep, here you go. Last 90 days, 558,000 emails sent, 45% open rate, 1.63% click-through rate. Here's the crazy thing. I don't ask for clicks on every email. I ask for actually replies a lot more. And so that open rate's still pretty decent for how much I don't ask for clicks. All right, and what are we gonna do? We're gonna create more service for them. We're gonna create a gathering place. We're gonna post to the community or email blogs from other people to provide value. We're gonna write blogs and post to the community and email to your list. We're gonna record and post videos. We're gonna go live in a community. We're gonna continually email them at least once a week. I do daily. I do every single weekday. You guys receive an email from me. There's a reason for that. You'll either get off my list because you don't like me, or you don't like how much I'm sending, or you'll stay on and you'll read every single sentence I write, and it will make you want to join whatever I'm doing. And so that's purposely done. So keep that in mind. Don't get overwhelmed by this. This is going to be stage 4, and we're going to go over all of this stuff right here. So you just want to provide service, don't spam them. So here we are, Google Ads to a blog post to Amazon. And then we're trying to get email addresses. And then we can target them back. Every time we write a new blog post, we add it to that drip sequence. Every time we add it to the drip sequence, it gets more people on that blog post. So then we're adding more Google Ads to a blog post, getting more emails, and it's just this perpetual cycle right now. So build a pop-up for the landing pages you created in stage 2. Build out your email flow. Use Jasper, use ChatGPT. I'll give you an example of mine. So you can literally train ChatGPT to say, hey, this. I'll actually probably make some prompts for you guys as well. So you guys can just use those prompts. And then as you add blogs, add it to the email flow, focus on service. Always focus on service, don't spam them. All right, part 4, ignore this. I don't want you guys to be doing this, but you can retarget with Meta, Google Ads, and YouTube. This is just another step to complicate things. I don't even want to go over this, but you can add pixels into your blogs for Google Ads. Well, they're already clicking the Google ad to that, so you're going to get that repixeling audience. You can also do Meta, and you can retarget these people all over the internet with display advertising, with Facebook, with TikTok, with Instagram. But ignore this part. Seriously, ignore it. I don't want to even show it to you, but I will, just because this can complicate things. Let's just focus on the Google ads, the blog post, and then the email. So this is what the whole thing looks like. You have a blog post, you're driving traffic from Google, you're capturing the email address, you're re-engaging them both with Meta and the email address to all go to Amazon. And then if you can add another step, you can then add another step to go Google direct to Amazon, email direct to Amazon, Meta direct to Amazon. And that is how you create a moat around your listing. It's that simple. But here's the thing, guys. This is going to seem hard, but it's not. I'm giving you the system. We're going to walk through it step by step after this video and go over every single step in this process to make it simple for you. Watch the video, then go implement it. But you have to be persistent. You will fail a lot. You'll fail probably 80 to 90% of the time. But that one success is going to take your business and brand to the moon. So be persistent. Repeat these steps over and over again. Build raving fans. Care for the person. Drive unlimited external traffic to Amazon. Build a well-trafficked blog. Build a brand. Build a money-making machine. The blog, the email address, these are assets, just like selling a product is an asset. So you can come out with another product, or you can start building your email list. Both are assets. But if you want to diversify your assets, start building your email address or email addresses, your email list. This is what it looks like after a year of just writing one blog per month. Think about that. One blog per month. I know this is only 9. Don't judge me. But one email per month, not even, gets you this. And if you do one blog per month, you'll get this. And if you get one blog per week, it looks like this. Think about that. If you do one blog per week, you're going to have 5 blogs that are taking off. You're going to have 15 blogs that are doing okay. The rest are going to fail. Is it work? Yes. Is it a lot of work? Yes. But this is a business, guys. Like, if you want this to be your full-time job, you need to treat it like it's your full-time job. I used to get up and work for 2 to 3 hours before I'd go see patients. I'd go see patients all day. I'd come home. I'd do 2 to 3 hours more work at night. I was working 16-hour days almost. And I'd work out another hour and hang out with my wife another hour. And we'd do this together. So we were hanging out when we were building this. And I'd build it between patients. Treat it like a full-time job, and it will become a real brand. All right, let's jump in to each individual steps. I'm going to pause the video here. We're going to see if you guys have any questions on the overall process. All right, in this first video, we're going to be going over your product insert, how to design that, and then the landing page that it's going to land on. And then we're going to create that landing page and then a thank you page on top of that. So the goal is that I like to give away a free gift, and that gets more people excited about going to a landing page than anything else. And we're going to use a scratch off and have them put in a code for their bonus. And then their bonus is pretty much always going to be the same. But I'll show you some examples of landing pages and then some thank you pages as well. And I'll also show you how we're doing this and designing it inside Shopify. And then also we design the product insert inside Canva. And so let me switch over to my screen and we'll go ahead and get started. So I went over this a little bit in the overview, but I wanted to go over it again just real briefly in this lesson. This is a simple landing page. Grab your free soap. The insert says, get your free gift at this location, and it has a QR code. And this is the landing page. Grab your soap, free soap, do your skin a favor. We don't do a free plus shipping offer on this. This is just free soap. Costs us about $9 to ship it to them with the soap. And that's like a cost per lead. You're getting their email address, you're getting their information. And so you can remarket to them constantly afterwards. These are examples of product inserts. My favorite product insert is the scratch off. And so the scratch off is just this one right here. And you can see scratch off to reveal your bonuses. Then you put that code at the bottom there. So the silver shiny stuff, you don't want to have part of your design. You just want the white part underneath. It says bonus code 117. Enter your code at the URL below to claim your free bonuses. So they're going to scratch that off, and then they're going to go to Tessa's Kitchen bonuses. And then they're going to land on that page, enter their email address and add their bonus code, which is the same. And then they're going to get the free gift that we're offering. And so we can change that free gift as we want to. And then on the back of the product insert, we usually just put the story of the brand. So let me show you a couple other ones that we've done inside of Canva. But what you can do is just head over to Canva, look up product insert, and you can find a lot of ideas and designs for this. So here's one, thank you so much, peach pink groovy thank you card. So if that goes along with your brand, you can do that. This one kind of goes along with the simplicity of our brand. So you can see that one and the one I'm going to show you today. But you can just see lots of different types of inserts that you can do, or you can just start completely from scratch. I recommend hiring a designer on Fiverr to do this too. Here's another example of one that we've created before. As a thank you for choosing Rule, we'd like to send you a free gift. Scan me. You scan that and it takes you over to the free gift. On the back of this, it will talk about the story of the brand. I actually like this design. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to find this one and we're going to copy it. All right, so here we have the design. I'm then going to go to our website. Let me pull that up real quick. What I like to do is snap these beside each other, and then you can kind of take what you're seeing over here and applying it over here. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to save this image, main logo, and we're going to put it right here. So I'm going to upload our logo. We'll probably replace that with a higher quality one. But now, since we brought this over, it's got our color scheme in it. So then I can change up the color scheme in here. And you can go ahead and do this, grab the little dropper and drop that. Then this one, drop that one. Change all this to white. So what we did here is we just said to claim your free gift, scratch off above and input your bonus code at packoflife.com/bonuses. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put that scratch off right here. So we'll come over here, and what we're going to do is just find pretty much a circle. We'll get a higher resolution photo for that. Now that we got a couple things there, I'm going to make this bigger again. So we'll get a higher resolution photo for that. And there's the scratch off. And then here's the bonus. This is me being not a designer. We'll have somebody actually design this. And then on this, we just need text, simple text, make it black, bonus code. And then what else did the other one say? Enter your code at the URL below. So we'll just do 007. That is essentially it for that side. Now we're going to duplicate it. Come down here. I'm going to go back to the website. I'm going to go to the Pack of Life story. Now we're going to go to ChatGPT. Just telling ChatGPT to shorten this to 100 words. There is my very quick, no design skills insert. But this is the basic idea of an insert. You just want to do something that invokes curiosity, a free gift. If they scratch this off, they get a bonus code that then enter it into packoflife.com/bonuses. So now that we've created the product insert, we now need to create the landing page with that free gift and then the thank you page as well. So let's head over to Shopify and do that. And you're going to see me use Zipify pages for this one. Guys, this does not have to be complicated. Keep it as simple as possible. So I went over here to apps and Zipify. That's already installed for us. Inside Zipify pages, I'm going to create a page, a landing page, and they've got tons of templates for you. And then what you can do is you can do opt-in pages and just copy what they have, because this is already what's working. And so always keep that in mind, but it doesn't have to be complicated. It can just be holiday early bird, like a very simple opt-in page. I like this one. This one's pretty simple, what it looks like. So this is the early bird opt-in page. And then there's the thank you page, simplicity. And then you can test it later. Just get it up and get it going. Then you can test it later. Let's look at a couple other ones. So this one's more of a website, Black Friday. That one's not bad either. I actually kind of like this one because it's got testimonials on it. But for now, we don't have testimonials because it's a new brand. So we're going to use this template. This will take you through. I highly recommend going through that tutorial when you do it. Okay. So now that we're here on the landing page, we just need to reiterate what's happening on the insert. So enter your scratch off ticket below and enter your email address to see what you won or to claim your free gift. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to add, see, form. Let's see. I don't know if it's going to allow me to put insert code. I'm going to delete this whole page down here because just to make it simpler. And this whole section down here. Here's where we're going to connect it to your CRM. And so here we go. This is what I've been looking for. First name, email required. We won't make that required. And then you can put that on. Privacy notification. And then we're going to send them to another landing page, which we don't have set yet. So we may have to just leave it right here. So Zipify Pages is not going to let us do the bonus code. So what we'll have to do is just take that out and go back to like a normal one. It just says claim your free gift here, which is still good. And that's pretty much it. Like that is as simple of a landing page as you can get. Now we just need to make the URL and everything. So this is going to be your pack of life free bonus gift. Hide from the store search. This is going to be an opt-in page. And then, so they're not going to let us save it until we get our CRM specified. So let's go do that. So in the CRM settings, we need to connect it right here. This is where you'll connect Klaviyo. And so you'll put your private API key right here. I'm going to go do that and then I'll be right back. All right, so we've set up Klaviyo and we've connected it with Zipify Pages. That's just a simple API connection. You can look at that on YouTube. You don't need me to explain that to you. Plus, I don't want to show you my API. So now that we have that connected, we'll then come over here. Please select CRM and we'll select Klaviyo. You can see that there's 3 default mailing lists here. I'm going to go over to Klaviyo now, and we're going to go into campaigns. I now need to go into Klaviyo and I need to create a list and a segment. And so what I'm going to do is come down here to lists and segments. And I'm just going to change, they had this defaulted as newsletter. I'm going to change it to welcome flow. So I just came over here, I renamed it, edit list name, and then I changed it to welcome flow. Now that we have that made, we're going to come over here, back into Zipify, click into here, and then we're going to select welcome flow. We're going to save. Call this pack of life free bonus gift. Gonna be the URL. I'm going to hide it. I'm going to hit publish. And you can check out what it looks like live. We'll make it look a little bit more like our website, but I just wanted to show you guys briefly how to make a landing page very quickly. You could leave it right here. And what you could do is you could say, if I can get this open, there we go, CRM settings. You can leave it right here and just leave visitor on this page, sending confirmation to them. So when they put in their email address, it will just say your email was sent successfully. That's all it will say. But what we want to do is we then have them engaged. They put their email address in. We then want to take them to a thank you page to then try to upsell them to something else. And so now that we have this updated, let's go back and look at this other one. This is the thank you page. So I just toggled it right here. We're going to say, reply to that email with your address so we know where to ship your free gift. I leave it generic as free gift because you can always change it. So let's say right now we're doing free soap to give away and we're giving away a free soap. Let's say we're running low on inventory on soap. We can then change it to free chapstick. And so you can change the free gift. And I will change these landing pages accordingly, but I make the insert generic so we don't have to change the insert every time we change the gift. So with this product, we have a couple different sections that we can sell separately. This is a product that has 4 different pieces to it, and each one will wear out and you can buy each one individually. And so the main one that I could think of right now is castor oil. That doesn't really wear out. You just use it. But what we'd want to do here is, we don't have this live on our Shopify store yet, is you can actually get rid of this button. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add products. So we'd add a buy box here. And so what we could do is we could add products right to this thank you page. Obviously, we don't have anything selected, but that's what it would look like right here. And so what we could do is we could focus the castor oil right here, and we could put a 50% off castor oil right here. So now we're trying to get them on continuity. And so the thank you page, you should be focusing on how you can get your client on continuity. And so our castor oil is how we're going to do that. And so how would you like 50% off our castor oil for life? Let's say we sell it for $30 on Amazon, we'll sell it for $15 here. And so that's what we're trying to do, is entice them to get on continuity. Then it will ship to them every single month. And so then you don't have to market to that person anymore. So your free gift may cost you $9, but on this page, you get them on continuity, and then you never have to sell to them again. 50% off is a very steep discount. So make sure you have the margin to do that and make sure it makes sense. And so you may want to start out a little lower, like 20%, and we'll just kind of test it from there to see how many people opt in. So the whole goal of this is to sell the product on Amazon. They open up the product insert. The whole goal of the product insert is to get them on to the landing page. The whole goal of the landing page is to get them to opt in with their email address, so you get their contact information to get that free bonus. We then want them to reply to that email to get their free bonus, because we need their address. Then they go to a thank you page. That thank you page, the whole goal of the thank you page is to get them on continuity. And so we'll put a big deal like 50% off, subscribe and save, something like that on this. And so keep that in mind when you're doing this. Keep it simple. Keep your customer in mind always when you're doing this step. We've built out your website pages and we've built out blogs. Now we need to turn those blog visitors into subscribers for you. And we're going to get them on a welcome sequence, then take them through a flow. But we first got to get them to opt in. And to get them to opt in, you need to have a no-brainer offer. It needs to be so good to the client, to the customer, to the patient, whoever it is, that it'd be dumb for them to say yes. The easiest way that I've found to do this is through curiosity invoking opt-in pages. And so what I mean by that, I'm going to go through a bunch of examples here in this video just to get your brain going. Something that's curiosity is like 5 mistakes you're making that's causing you more debt today. Who wouldn't want to go on that if they're on a debt website? For dry eye, 5 mistakes you're making with your dry eye. For fatty liver disease, 5 mistakes you're making for fatty liver disease. For menopause, 5 mistakes that's making your menopause worse. And so you kind of create this curiosity in the person that's visiting your website, and it's going to be a no-brainer for them to opt in. And then you get their email address and you deliver whatever you promise to deliver them. Now, what we do with Profitable Pineapple Ads, our agency, is we do a free Amazon PPC masterclass. And I say that it's better than any paid course out there. And I really do mean that, because it is better than any paid course out there. It's an offer that's so good that the client would be dumb to say no. Now, our free Amazon PPC masterclass, our opt-in page has a 38% opt-in. That's a no-brainer offer. Typical opt-ins, 2 to 3%. So how can you make it so good that the client, the customer, the visitor would feel dumb to say no? So think about that as you're going through that. Some other things that you can also talk about or give away is a coupon. And so if it's a very product-centric page that they landed on, maybe it's an article all about a certain product, then offer them a coupon for that product, but make it enticing. 10%, it's not enticing. 20%, it's getting there, but big coupon. And so the bigger the coupon, the more opt-ins you're going to get. So think about this long term. He who spends the most to acquire a customer wins. That's the name of the game. Now, you can also give away a book. I've given away my Rethinking Dry Eye Treatment book, but that's a book and you have to write it. I'm going to show you how to do that here in just a little bit. A book is another good one if you have it. A simple handout. You can just give a simple PDF, the 9 mistakes you're making in your financial life today. And it's a 1-page PDF that has all these financial mistakes. And so just think about that. It doesn't have to be complicated. Now, we used to have to go to Fiverr to create these things or write it ourselves, but of course we have ChatGPT today. And I did include a prompt in the spreadsheet for this lesson that's going to have a prompt that will help you write an ebook or maybe even just a 1-page PDF. So let me switch over to my screen and I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. All right, so here is the spreadsheet that I told you guys about. This has like your checklist, it has your product insert information there. But what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to highlight all of this. This is the prompt. It's a long prompt and I'm going to start a new thing. All right, let's walk through this. You're an expert copywriter, should be on topic. Your task is to write highly educated and effective ebook following tips for audience so that they can accomplish goal. The text you are writing should match the audience and resonate with them using the right tone, voice, style, emotions, blah, blah, blah. The topic, 5 mistakes you're making with fatty liver disease. Insert audience, fatty liver disease patients. Insert goal, eradicate or find relief from fatty liver disease. Product, pack of life, castor oil pack. Then it's going to fill out the rest of this as well. So let's watch it do this. Okay, so now you can see that it's written us 5 chapters right here. Uncover 5 hidden errors aggravating your fatty liver disease, breaking free from fatty liver, 5 critical mistakes to avoid, fatty liver fix, avoid these 5 common blunders. So you can see these are all like curiosity. They invoke curiosity. Our outline is an introduction with 5 chapters, with the 5th chapter being set on our product. And then you can see the introduction written right here. Now let's go back to this spreadsheet, scroll back down to the bottom, and we have this follow-up prompt. So what this says is, based on all the previous conversations, write a very actionable, long, detailed, helpful, and unique 1,000 to 2,000 word text for chapter 1. So then what we're going to do, you can see it's starting to write chapter 1 right here. And we're just going to follow that up with this follow-up prompt and then put chapter 2. And then we're going to put chapter 3. And then we're going to put chapter 4. And then we're going to put chapter 5. And there you have an ebook. It's pretty easy. What you can also do is you can prompt it to say something like, turn this outline into a 1-page PDF, educational PDF. So you can also do that as well. So it's very easy to create this content now, and it's very accurate, and then you can focus it around your product. But the key thing I want you to take away from this video is this right here. This is the one thing that you need to test for all of this, is the title. What is going to get them to opt in more? So my first split test for these opt-ins would be uncover 5 hidden errors aggravating your fatty liver disease against 5 critical mistakes to avoid with fatty liver disease. And so your headlines is what you need to test to increase your opt-in rate, and it's not that hard to do. All right, so we've created what they're going to be opting in for the blog post. And so now what we want to do is we want to put it on the blog post. And so let me switch over to my screen again, and I'm going to show you the blog post we're going to be putting this on. So right here, you can see this is the blog post that we're going to put it on. This is a blog post called Harnessing the Healing Power of Castor Oil Packs with Heat for Fatty Liver Disease. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to go back into Shopify. Now, what you're going to see here is I'm going to use a tool called OptiMonk. I'm not recommending OptiMonk though. The only reason I have OptiMonk is because they've sucked me in, but they are one of the most expensive softwares on the market when it comes to opt-in forms. The one I'm going to recommend for this course is going to be called HelloBar. It's a lot less expensive. Now, the reason I'm using OptiMonk for this is because I have it across 12 different websites and it'd be crazy to switch. So like I said, they've sucked me in. And so you use HelloBar, but it's going to be the same concept. Might be little intricacy differences in the tech. So come here to apps. And what you're going to do is you're going to install the HelloBar app. We have the OptiMonk app. So I'm going to click on that. Okay, now that it's pulled up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new campaign. Once I create that new campaign, you can have it be spin the wheel. Spin the wheel actually converts really well on Shopify stores, where they spin to see if they can win something. It ends up leading to a lot higher opt-in rate, only because it works really well. So if you're on a product specific page on your Shopify store, spin the wheel works really well. We're focusing on just getting an email opt-in from a blog post though. So we want to do a pop-up. It's going to pull up all the pop-ups for us. And you just want to keep something that's nice and clean. Like I said, the simpler, the better. You don't want to make this incredibly complicated. So let's see. I actually don't have a lot of options here anymore. Okay, yeah, there we go. I was like, where'd they all go? I'm going to choose this one. We're going to select the domain. And then we're just going to choose uncover 5 hidden, I don't like errors, hidden aggravators for your fatty liver disease. And then the thank you page. Then what I might do here is put an attribution link. And I'll put a Amazon attribution link right there. Then I'll probably put a picture right here of our castor oil pack. So check your email. We just sent the 5 aggregators to your email. Be sure to check your spam. But before you go, check out our castor oil pack on Amazon. And then we'll put a picture here. So yeah, we'll put that right there. And then you can put the button here. And this button will then have on click, it will report as a conversion. And I like to redirect it to that attribution link right there. So we'll want to add that here in just a little bit. And then finally the teaser, 5 fatty liver aggravators. So this will pop up and you can get it to shake and stuff. And you can put it as a circle, rectangle, and then you can do things like make it bigger, animation. So animated attention seeker. So it'll just kind of pulse, or you can get it to bounce. And we'll do it every 3 seconds until they click it. And then we're going to click next, 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 and save. And we want to show this on exit intent after the visitor has been on the site for at least, I like to do more like 7 seconds, 8 seconds, somewhere around there. Give them a little time to scroll. And then we're going to hit targeting next. So only show this to new homepage visitors, new visitors, non-subscribers, returning visitors, all visitors. Yeah, I was like, I don't want a predefined segment. I just want all visitors. And then the pop-up will appear a maximum number of 2 times per visitor with at least an hour in between. Hey, if they're going to come back to my website, I'm going to show it all the time till they subscribe. But it will be an hour between that. And so you could even do this, like, don't show it within like 24 hours. So they'd never see that pop up more than once a day. So now we're going to go to integrations. Actually, let's go back to select who sees this pop up. We're going to add a new rule. And I only want this to be on my blog. And so what I'm going to do here, and you can get really granular with this. You can actually put different pop-ups on each blog if you want, but you don't have to. But if you do, it's going to be more granular. You're going to get more opt-ins. But if we focus all our blogs around fatty liver disease, then I can just pull this URL. If you're going to do it granularly for each blog post, which we did when we send them straight to the product, then you'll want to do this whole URL right here. But right now, I'm just going to take this because we'll just show up on all the blog posts for now. And then we're going to do down here, visitors who are currently browsing a specific page will see your message. The page contains blog and news. So every time they're on the blog, it will show. I'm going to save that. Next, go to integrations. This is going to be integrations with Klaviyo. We're going to put it into the welcome flow. Next, first name, email, good. Next, campaign summary. And then we'll turn it on. Now, what I want to do now is we have variant 1 here. And I think variant 1 was the top one. So I'm going to name it that. Oops. Okay, I needed to go back. So we're going to rename this. We're going to then duplicate it. And we're going to go grab another one. So we'll go into here. I'm going to rename it first. Let's go into here. 5 critical mistakes to avoid with a fatty liver. Same thing. Turn that one on. Why not split test one more? So now we're split testing 3 different lead magnets and 3 different titles for your book and a pop-up. And so then we'll just let this one run as we're driving traffic to this. And then we need to fix each one of the thank you ones to put the attribution link in the end to go over to buy on Amazon. But that's essentially how you create a pop-up on the blogs that you're now driving traffic to. You want to try to get an opt-in, and then you want to try to get a sale over to Amazon. That's kind of the goal with this. Now, one last step, we should probably test to make sure it's working. So it's going to do it on exit or when I'm here for 15 seconds. There it is. We are activated. Cool. All right, so your action items for this video is to, number 1, make the giveaway. Number 2, put a pop-up on the blog post that we're already driving traffic to, and then connect your pop-up to your email sequence. In the next video, I'm going to be showing you the email sequence that we're going to be creating now. Now we're going to be creating your 7-part welcome sequence for your email, and then we're going to be putting it into your Klaviyo and then activating it. So then when somebody opts in for your pop-up or opts into your landing page, then they're going to enter into a flow that's going to get them to get to know you a little bit more. So let me switch over to my screen and I'm going to show you exactly how we're going to do that. Okay, so this is also in your spreadsheet. This is the prompt that I'm going to be using, and I may be updating this here and there as I go through this a little bit more to just kind of refine it a little bit more. But we're going to be drafting 7 emails. And so email 1 is going to be all about the giveaway and the greeting. So whatever they're asking for, if it was that ebook or whatever it was, if it was the free gift, we're going to give them that first, and then we're going to greet them. We're going to tell them who we are, the story of why we created it, the pain that they're looking to overcome, and portray it into a story. Our call to action with this is to reply to your email. Email number 2 is where you came from, how you came to do what you do. When did you have that epiphany? Call to action is again a reply. And then email number 3, what do you do? What exactly you do in the solution you created? Call to action, reply to the email. We're trying to get replies, because when you get replies, it starts a conversation. And then also Google and Apple feel like you're safer then. Who do you do this for? Your call to action is a reply. How do you do it for me? Ask them to follow you on other platforms. And then how did you learn it? I like to go over, just give a shout out to how I learned what I learned. So we're going to take this. We're going to bring it over here. Start a new chat. We're going to put this into here. Here is my story. We're going to take your story. Okay, so you can see here that the emails are now written. They may not be perfect. They may not be what you're looking for, but it's a start. The worst thing for a creator is a blank page. And so when you have words on a screen already, it helps you become more creative, because then you can add to this and change it as you need to. But now I want to show you, now that we have this 7-part welcome series, we're then going to put this into Klaviyo and connect it. So what we're going to do is come over here back to Klaviyo, and we have our welcome flow right here. We're then going to come up here 2 flows. And you can see right here, welcome series. So we're going to get started. When someone triggers, subscribes to the list, select the list. We're going to do the welcome flow. And we're going to click next, the welcome email. So all new signups who have never purchased, new signups who haven't purchased after delay, not offering a coupon. So we're going to do all new signups next. And not offering a coupon. There we go. And then add more messages to the series. More messages can help build your stronger relationship with subscribers. Promote your brand by sharing social media accounts. I don't like doing that. Bestsellers, I don't like doing that either. I like to keep it simple. So we're going to continue. And I guess Klaviyo is going to do it for us too. They're going to make their own messages with AI as well. So we'll see how those turn out too. All right, so welcome to the Pack of Life family. I already don't like that, but let's check it out. So let's go back to our first welcome email. I'm gonna bring this off to the side here, bring this off too. So subject line, discover how the Pack of Life, discover how I revolutionized my fatty liver disease. I don't know if that sounds right either. Now that we have that, let's just click save. Now we're going to edit this. So you want to make it look like it's not from a brand and it's from a real human being. So get rid of all like this stuff. You can send this to your like personal pages where you talk about things. Here's where we'll put the email. So we're going to do dear so-and-so. I'd even recommend putting a picture here. So dear recipient name. So we're going to come up here and then we're going to put a dynamic in here. See if I can find it. Add personalization. There we go. First name. So, hey, first name. Imagine struggling with non-fatty liver disease, finding no relief despite trying everything. Took matters into my own hands. The result, Creation for Life, a breakthrough in holistic healthcare. I'm excited to share with you not just my story, but also a special giveaway. And your picture can go right there. Then we'll put the download right here. So click here to get the PDF of, let's see where to go. And then what we'll do is a link in a Google Drive to the PDF version of that. So that's it for the first one. Like I said, I'd put your picture right here, put the link for that PDF right there, but that's it. Keep it simple. Try to get a reply. That's all I try to do with that first email. Okay. And then we're going to click done. And then we're going to click manage flow. We're then going to put a delay right here. And so we're going to add just 1 day. Then we're going to do an email, the email number 2. All right, so this is email number 2. I'm just I like to do a lot of spacing with emails. It makes it easier to read. And then I like to highlight the call to actions. Same thing, put your picture there. PS, remember our free PDF. And then put it right here. There's email number 2. And so you continue doing this for emails 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7 until you have them all ready to go. Then let's go back out to the flow map. So again, delay, and then email. And then you continue to do this all the way until, and I like to do a time delay of 1 day. And that's it between all of these, because you're really getting to know them. And the key thing is with this first email about your story, the longer you can make that email, I'm talking 2,000 words, like make it as intimate as possible and really about your story and really get them to grab you. That's what's going to be on your About Us page too. If they read every single word of that email, you have them for life. They're going to be hooked into your message. They're going to be hooked on you because they related so much that they just read 2,000 words about you. So really focus in on this one and creating the story, really digging into the problems, agitating those problems, and then solving them. So what was the problem I had? Agitate that problem. What other problems did that cause? I had fatty liver disease. It caused me this, 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 and this. Can you relate to that? And then I discovered castor oil packs, which is why I came out with my own, because I discovered the healing powers of castor oil and it helped me do this, this, and this. And it helped relieve my symptoms of this, this, and this. And then you can say something like, that's why I decided to come out with my own. And then you can put a link to it in an attribution link over to Amazon. So you guys have heard me say this over and over again in this whole video series, not just for this video series, but stage 1, stage 2, and now stage 3. ChatGPT has made this so easy. Like, don't just use it to write your emails, put your story in there and then write your emails around your story. So you can program it to write the email sequence for you, and then you can put your story at the bottom to then rewrite them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take what I've written, which took me weeks to do. I just showed you how to do it in like an hour, not even 10 minutes. But what took me weeks to write, I'm going to put it back through ChatGPT just to see if I can make it even more persuasive and even more emotional, make it just better in general. So action items for this video, go take the 30 minutes it takes to write your welcome series and then just kind of refine it after ChatGPT spits it out for you. There are many different ways to retarget someone. There's the Facebook retargeting pixel. What I'm going to go over in this video though is retargeting with Google. And the reason I'm doing that is because the Facebook pixel is getting harder and harder to track, and it will probably be gone in the future. You can still use it. I recommend still using it. I have a video on that I'll probably post as well, but this one's going to be about retargeting on Google, because what we're doing is they're going from a Google ad, clicking, going to your blog post. And so therefore Google has their data right there to retarget them. And so you're getting exact data right there with that Google ad because they're clicking it. So let me switch over to my screen and we'll get started making a Google retargeting ad. All right, so here we are inside Google Ads. And the first thing we need to do is go to the Audience Manager. So we're going to come to Tools and Settings. We're going to come down here to Shared Library, Audience Manager. We're going to add a website visitor. Ooh, here we go. Visited web pages that contain your remarketing tags. And so this is actually already created for you, is all visitors defined by these, but let's just try this out. I just want to show it to you guys just in case you don't have it. So we're going to click the plus sign and we're going to click website visitors. We're just going to put visitors of our website, visitors of our web pages, visitors of pages with specific tags. You can just leave it at visitors of all web pages if your web page, if your store is in sync. And so with this store, we are going after people with fatty liver disease. So I don't care what page they visit. I want them to land, or I want them to get retargeted. So visitors of our website, and we'll put 30 days here. And then you can split test different variations of this. So you can do it for 15 days and test that audience, and you can split test a lot of those different things. All right, after you have this done, we're going to hit create segment. So you can see it's populating right here, but honestly, it's this one right here, all visitors. And let's see what this one's defined as. We can actually open it up to see the definition of it. And it looks like you have a YouTube page too. And that seems to be working as well. This list populates using all values from all parameters in remarketing tagging implementation. All site visitors contains everybody who's been to your page. So that works. All right, so we're gonna go back. Now we're gonna go to campaigns and we're gonna click new campaign. We're gonna choose a display campaign with the objective being either more sales or website traffic. More sales if it's going directly to your website. Now, if you're trying to get more traffic if you're trying to get more sales on your website, I highly recommend using the Performance Max feature in Google Ads. But with this one, we're trying to then retarget them to go back to Amazon. And so we're going to choose that instead. So I'm going to do website traffic, hit continue. And this is going to be a display campaign. So again, if you're trying to get them to buy on your website, Performance Max is the way to go. This is going to take care of all of Google's advertising all into one. It's going to do search, video, display, shopping, and it's going to show it to the user based on their AI algorithm. You don't need an agency with Google Ads. You have Performance Max, which can be as effective as, or if not better than an agency. So keep that in mind. If you're trying to get website sales, Performance Max is the way to go, and learn how to use it right here. That's not what I'm going over in this video. I'm going to show you how to take these visitors that have come to your website and then show them your product on Amazon. So right here, I'm going to put my attribution link from Amazon right there. And then I'm just going to call this, you can call this retargeting. You can call it whatever you want. So you can do RT01. And then this is going to be for castor oil packs. I'm going to target just the United States or wherever you're selling. I click next, start small. Bid low, go all in later once you see conversions. What do you want to focus on? We want to focus on, we'll do viewable impressions. We want clicks, but I don't see it being, it's not going to be able to do conversions because it's not going to have the data. So we're going to do viewable impressions. Then I'm going to put this to 5. And so you can see right here, based on your targeting, setting daily budget of $5 and a bid of $5, your average VCPM, how many times your ad's going to be seen, is 1,000 times it's going to cost that much. So we're going to get 12 to 26,000 impressions based on what my settings are right here. Actually, let me see if they have this. Maximize clicks. There we go. That's what I wanted. So we're going to do that. So we're going to put this right here, and then we just need to put up to 15 images, sorry. And what you'll want to do is lifestyle images, product images, everything. You can even put Amazon on here because we're sending them to Amazon. So you'll put those images. I'll just put these as an example. Then you'll put your logos in here. And then you can even put some videos that are less than 30 seconds long. Here's your headlines. Same thing that we did in the past. We're going to make headlines for your castor oil packs using ChatGPT. I need 10 short headlines of 30 characters and 10 long headlines of 90 characters for my castor oil packs on Amazon. Then you can use the long headlines in the descriptions. So see how many we can add here. There's 5. Here's 5. Short headlines. 5, long headline 1. Okay, so let's go back over to ChatGPT. Revive with castor packs. Liver detox simplified. Castor oil packs for health. Cure relief, no mess. Don't believe that one. Don't use the word pain. Castor comfort wrap. Headline, line, or excuse me, descriptions. I like to stay away from the word pain. And then that's it. So I don't have a link in here. That's why it says incomplete. But that's essentially what you're doing here is you're just creating display ads. And so you'll start to see the previews here. We don't have enough photos in here to show you the previews, but these will show all over the internet. And these are for visitors that have visited your website. You're just retargeting them to then get them to go click back on Amazon. And so create a retargeting ad for the main product that you talk about in your blog post. You can even create retargeting ads for the blog post that they were already visiting. So get them to come back to the blog post and read that same blog post over again. And you're just creating more awareness for your product and getting more traffic over to Amazon. I like to send these retargeting mostly over to Amazon. And so keep that in mind and just send them right to Amazon to do that. So action items for this video, make sure go into Google Ads and create that retargeting ad. Spend $5 a day on it. That's it. It's $150 a month. You can afford to do that. And it's going to increase your impressions. It's going to increase your clicks from external traffic, which is then going to help with your organic ranking as well.
Secret number 3, your moral obligation. Again, this is your most important part. Nobody's doing this, but you are part of the 1%. You are an entrepreneur. This is something that you need to do. You solve problems in this world. If you're just an Amazon seller, you're just taking advantage of an opportunity. You're not solving any problems. You're not a true entrepreneur. You're just taking advantage of an opportunity. This is the most important part. If you focus on your moral obligation, this part, secret number 3, you will be financially free in 12 months. I can guarantee it. So what I'm going to teach you in this is how to master your short video content to become financially free, find your voice and expand your mission, even if you are introverted, hate being on camera, and you're scared of being vulnerable. Russell Brunson, one of my mentors, and I'm in his mastermind, says that if you publish content every single day for an entire year, you'll find your voice and you'll be financially free. I just want to tell you a quick story before we jump into the actual how-tos here. I have a client of mine. She was hesitant to go jump on camera, and she's now been doing it for about 5 months at the time of this recording. She's got over 2,000 followers now, and she's gained more confidence than she ever thought possible. She's also autistic. And so this was a very big challenge for her, but it's giving her more confidence, and it's actually made her business pretty much double during that time because people want to support her. And all she's doing is she's telling stories about her life, and she shows her making her product. She shows how the business works and everything. And then she tells stories about her life, but people support her and they rally around her. And she's only 5 months in, and she's already hitting that financial freedom. She's making more money than she's ever made before. So it works, trust me. All right, let's jump into exactly how to do this.
How to master short video content to become financially free, find your voice, and expand your mission. Now, I'm not joking when I say that shorts will set you free. And by shorts, I mean short form video. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook Reels, all of those. You guys have heard of them. You've seen people expand them, but you're too scared to do it. Like, I don't get it. You are part of the 1% in this world. You're part of the 1% of entrepreneurs that is meant to make a difference in this world. And if you truly want to build a business that will make you financially free, you have to embrace content. It's that simple. Now, if you don't like videos, you don't like being on video, then you need to find an attractive character to be the face of your brand. But it's going to be better if it's you. If I can get my wife on camera, anybody can go on camera. My wife is an introvert. She hates being on camera. And we recorded thousands of videos for I Love. And guess what? I was the attractive character at the beginning, but then once I brought my wife in, our whole business took off. Here's the crazy thing though. They didn't have short form video back then. It was all long form, YouTube longs, and all of that. And it took forever to do all that stuff. You guys still see me do that today. I do usually 2 long form posts a week, 1 live, 1 scheduled. And then now I'm getting into the shorts world. I'm posting 1 short a day. Oh my gosh, how am I going to post 1 short a day? That's a lot of work. You batch record. You batch record everything, and then you edit it with AI, and then you use scheduling software tools to write the post for you and then to schedule for you. And find an assistant to do this for you. I have an assistant that does this. You can find a VA in the Philippines that can do this for you. That takes a lot of the work off your plate. But in this series, on stage 4, I'm going to show you everything around this. And I'm going to show you an exact SOP, and I'm going to hopefully convince you why you need to be doing this. So creating content is going to expand your influence. It's going to help you lead a community. It's going to elevate your business beyond what you thought possible. This will not only boost your income, but it's going to make you into a more confident leader. It's going to help you find your voice. You're going to be a completely different person in 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, and 12 months from now than you are today if you commit to doing this. I'm committing to doing this with you. And so today I'm recording this on November 13th. I started short form video posting consistently last Friday. So just 3 days ago. So if you're watching this in the future, check out how it's going. But I'm going to keep you guys up to date on the stats and everything. This will change your lives and make you become your best, most authentic self. I want you to commit to your role as a creator. It's your duty, it's your moral obligation to share your message into this world. Again, act like you're the 1%. You are an entrepreneur, but know that this takes patience. It will take 5 to 6 months before you start seeing results. You'll feel like you're talking to nobody. You have to be patient. You have to commit to this. Let go of your need for success and influence, and it will take off. Go back to doing what you love to do because you love it. When you go back to doing what you love to do, wealth and abundance will flow effortlessly. Find your bigger why. Find your bigger why that's beyond you. Now, I want to talk about overcoming some barriers to creation and what's really holding you back. I hear that I'm scared of being vulnerable, but the best thing is, like, video content is real. It's you. It's you and me on this camera. Like, you're listening to me. It's an intimate connection. So just be yourself. It's way easier to connect with an audience on things that you're afraid of. Another big problem I see is people try this for a week or two and then they give up. This has to be your number one priority. I am telling you, you focus on this right here for 12 months. Your business will take off and you will be financially free. I can almost guarantee it. Another obstacle to overcome is you don't know what to talk about. You don't know what to say. We'll work through this in a later lesson, but your product solves problems. Talk about those problems, but we'll talk about the 5 content pillars and what to build around. You worry about what people are going to think of you. And the funny thing is, you'll actually inspire more people. I have my neighbors coming up to me now saying, "Hey, I saw your latest TikTok." And it's not like they're making fun of me. It's because they're inspired by it. So don't be afraid. People want to hear from you. Another obstacle is you're embarrassed and scared you won't get any engagement. I don't get any engagement still, and I have a following of over 25,000 people on this channel alone. We had 140,000, 200,000 people. We still didn't get some engagement sometimes. So don't be afraid of that. Just produce for yourself. Don't worry about everybody else. Now, advertising is always going to be easier, but it's not as authentic of a connection as when people follow you organically over time. Now, you want to know the real reason why you don't like to do this is because you're afraid you're going to get found out. You're afraid that you have this facade of success and that you've done so well on Amazon, but you're afraid that people are going to find out the real you. Now, here's the real me. I am real on this channel. You guys know most things about my life. You want to know about my life intimately at this stage, November 13th of 2023? My business was not run like I thought it was. This whole year has been one of the worst years of my life in business, other than 2019. That was probably my worst year of life. This year just felt off for some reason, and I couldn't figure out why. I ended up firing my COO, which I thought was going to put a lot more work on my plate. It actually took more work off my plate. It made my business simpler again. And I found out that he introduced a new SOP into our business. That wasn't the SOP that I teach here on this channel. And we weren't seeing the results that we wanted to with our clients. So I let him go, let another team member go, and let a few other team members go, because I just noticed that there's this big mediocrity mindset in our agency. And that was bred from the top. That was me leading that mediocrity mindset. And I'm sick of it. And so I let go of almost, I think it was 5 team members all at once. That was a big step for us because it was hard to do. And it's made the business better. It's made the business better because we got rid of mediocrity. So you guys look at me like this big successful person, but I have problems too. I have challenges too. I am successful. Yes, I've had success in the e-commerce space. I sold my business for multiple millions of dollars. I have built this agency up to multiple millions of dollars, but it all comes with challenges. And behind that success, I'm still a human and I still have challenges and I still have problems and there are still issues that crop up all the time. So don't put on a facade when you do these videos. Be honest, be real, be authentic, and people will connect with you. And you're going to meet people out there that you never knew you'd be friends with, but you'll develop huge friendships from doing this. So I'm rooting for you. Now, your action items for this: reflect on why you wanted to start this business in the first place. Was it to help people, or was it just to make money? If it was to help people, then I want you to pull out your phone, pull up the camera app. You don't have to go live. Pull up the camera app, do a selfie video, and just talk. Just talk about why you started this business. And then what I want you to do is I want you to post it inside the farm. There's not a lot of people in the farm. It's a small audience, but it's real. So pull it out, selfie, video, and post it on the farm when you're done. Because we want to see it raw, uncut, unedited. Just post it up there. I would love to watch these. Looking forward to seeing your video. This video is going to be all about personal branding and getting engagement on Facebook. Now, I'm a big fan of Facebook groups and Facebook in general, just because that's how I built my 2 businesses. But you can do this on Instagram. You can do this on TikTok. You can do this on YouTube. You can do this on LinkedIn. Facebook groups tend to be one of the best opportunities for you to build a following and get people to know who you are and to click back. Now, in stage 3, we built a landing page for either a free gift or a free lead magnet or something. So I'm going to go over this and I'm going to show you my screen here in just a little bit so you can see what's going on. But the big step in this one is you need to create everything around you as a person and not a brand. That's a big difference that a lot of people get wrong. Personal branding is so much more effective because it's building your mission around you as a person, and it helps with engagement, helps with followers, because people tend to follow people. People don't follow businesses. And just think about who you follow on all your social media channels, whether it be TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. It tends to be people. You don't tend to follow businesses. And so think about that when you're creating. So when you create, you want to be focusing on you as the person. And I'll go into an exact example of this. So let me switch over to my screen and I'll show you this. Elon Musk, for example. Elon Musk, obviously, he owns Tesla, he owns SpaceX, but Elon Musk as a person has 163 million followers. Tesla as a brand has 21 million followers. Look at that. One of the most valuable companies in the world, Tesla, only has 21 million followers. And yet Elon Musk has 163 million. And then whatever Elon Musk does, he can pivot his audience to that. Think about what he did with Dogecoin. Think about what he's done with Tesla and SpaceX and Boring Company and Solar City or Tesla Energy or whatever it's called now. He can pivot at any time to a new brand and bring his following with him. That's why you want to create a personal brand. Now, let me show you mine. This is my Facebook page. It is a business page, but it's got me all over it. Free Amazon PPC Masterclass at profitablepineapple.com. Better than all paid courses. There's my picture. Let's go to my personal profile. Same thing, same picture, same cover photo. Free Amazon PPC Masterclass. The intro, check out our free Amazon PPC Masterclass at profitablepineapple.com. Here's my Facebook group, Amazon PPC Pros by Profitable Pineapple. Get your free Amazon PPC Masterclass, blah, blah, blah. Here's my TikTok. Check out the free Amazon PPC Masterclass at profitablepineapple.com. Like I said, I've had this account for a while, but I just started posting right here again. So it's been a while since I posted. Instagram, I literally just started this account. Like I had it, it's old. I think I posted my first Instagram back in 495 weeks ago. And then how many years is that? 10 years ago? And then I just started posting again right here. And so I'm along the ride with you. I have 353 followers. YouTube, this is the one I've been doing the longest, 4.7 thousand followers. Free Amazon PPC Masterclass. LinkedIn, free Amazon PPC Masterclass. The same thing over and over again. You can see my bio has the same thing. My pictures have the same thing. And so what is your mission? What are you trying to solve? What problem are you trying to solve? What is your lead magnet that we created in the previous stage? Use that lead magnet to then amplify your message and put it across all your social media channels, because people follow people. People don't follow brands, proven by Elon Musk here. So why do we want to have all of this content or all of this stuff going back to one page? On that one page, we have pretty much 2 missions. We want to get their email address, get them to follow us, get them to come to us. And some ways that can help. So in the intro or the background or the description, I help blank to blank through blank. I help Amazon sellers increase profits with Amazon PPC through my 10x linchpin system. If you're too embarrassed to put this on your social media channels, then get out of this business. I am dead serious, guys. Like, if you don't focus on this, get out of this business. Stop focusing on the hacks. How stressful has your life been over the past 1 to 2 to 3 years because all you've been doing is focusing on Amazon PPC hacks or Amazon hacks. This is how you build a business. This is how I've built my business. All of them, multi-million-dollar businesses. I'm telling you exactly how to do it right here. It's time for a gut check. It's time for you to say, I'm committed to doing this. All right, rant over. So now that you have this, now we need to expand your clout. So what we need to do is we need to find 5 to 10 Facebook groups. This is why I like Facebook. 5 to 10 Facebook groups with a lot of people in them around the problem your product solves. So for me, it would be like Helium 10's group, like all the million Amazon FBA sellers that you guys are a part of, the selling groups. Honestly, you guys should get rid of all those. Just follow the content that I'm giving you here and you'll take off faster than ever before. But find 5 to 10 of those groups around the problem that your product solves. If you're in menopause, find 5 to 10 menopause groups. And what you're going to do in here is you're just going to go in there every day and provide content. Answer 3 questions per group per day. And here's the crazy thing, guys. Like use Jasper, use ChatGPT, put the question from Facebook in. Let me actually just show you how to do that real quick. All right, let me switch over to my screen one more time. All right, so here's a PPC related problem. So you can just take this. If you don't know the answer to it, come over here to ChatGPT. By the way, this is not how I do it for you guys. And then what I'd do is I'd look over this response, make sure it makes sense. I would take this response and then I would post it in here. And then what happens is they'll see a good answer and then they'll click on your profile. Never, ever put links in this. They'll click on your profile like this is poorly done. He probably got suspended. But then they'll see my big cover photo and my picture and who I am and everything and what I represent. And then they'll probably go to my website. So that's why you want to do this. And that's how powerful this is if you post answers to 3 questions a day, product of average quality with effective marketing will outperform a high quality product with poor marketing. That's just somebody trying to get you to click on their profile. And so when you answer questions without any links, you're going to get visitors to your profile. And that's the whole concept behind this. All right. Action items for this video. Go make your personal profile on Facebook. Go make a Facebook page. This does not take long. And then if you want to make a Facebook group, you can as well around the problem that your product solves. If you want to focus on 2 things, your personal profile and your Facebook page, that's great. Just do those 2 with the descriptions going, go back to my website, my lead magnet, get your free menopause resource here, get the 5 mistakes you're making when it comes to your hair growth here. So I'm just thinking of curiosity invoking lead magnets that we created in the other module. So just think about that and get them back, get that email address. If you want to focus it around products, get 50% off your first 3-pack of soap. And then they'll come put their email address in and get the 50% off. So go make your personal profile and your Facebook page around the problem that your product solves, your mission. Have that in your description, have that in your cover photo, and then start posting on Facebook groups, answering questions in the group without any links. That's all you got to do for this module. I want to talk about crafting your content strategy. A lot of people overcomplicate this process, but it doesn't have to be. So the main thing you want to focus on is the problem that your product solves. Just think of your target market. And ideally, you want you to be your target market. You want to be 2 to 3 steps ahead of who you're serving. You guys look up to me because I've built a multi-million-dollar brand on Amazon using Amazon PPC and building a brand, which is why you're here. And so you look at me as that person that's just a couple steps ahead of where you're at. And I like to serve you all because you guys are just a couple steps behind where I was or where I'm at now. And I'm teaching you how we built that brand and how we build everything that we built, the multi-million-dollar brands, 5 of them. So when you're thinking about your content, that's what you want to do, but you don't just have to talk about that. Jenna Kutcher has her 5 content pillars, and these 5 content pillars can be really anything that you want them to be, but mine is selling on Amazon. And so Amazon listing optimization, Amazon PPC, and all that goes into selling on Amazon, external traffic. The second thing is external traffic, like I just said, Google ads, Facebook ads, doing content like this to push more sales to Amazon. So number 1, selling on Amazon. Number 2, external traffic. Number 3, I like to talk about business and entrepreneurship, things that I'm doing, lessons I've learned. I like to document my business journey, problems I'm having, issues I'm having, celebrating wins, things like that. The 4th one is creativity. What do you like to do for creativity? Maybe it's me playing my ukulele, which you'll never see on this channel, but what do you like to do creatively? Like I like to draw with my son. So I may post some shorts or videos of my son and I drawing and stuff like that. And then finally, lifestyle. So I like to talk about my family, my faith, my hobbies. I like to share stories about my kids and my wife. I like to bring her on every once in a while. I like to bring my kids on. If you notice at the end of all the videos, my 2 kids are on that. And I like to express my belief as a Christian. and my faith. I like to talk about that as well because I believe that's a big part of life. It is the reason we do everything, right? So what is your 5 content pillars? So let's take menopause, for example. The main thing I'm going to talk about 5 times a week is perimenopausal symptoms and how we can heal those naturally using my supplements, using anything else, diet, exercise, things like that. And then you can talk about your lifestyle. And then you can talk about other things that you love, like business and entrepreneurship. Another example is we have a soap maker in this group, and she just makes TikToks about funny stories that have happened in her life. And on top of those funny stories, that's her main content pillar to get followers. And then she shows her business. She shows herself making soap, making deodorant, making things that she makes. She just puts it on a tripod, goes live, and has them make the soap. They're incredibly simple videos. They're not much to them, but it's incredible how much interaction she's getting. She's only at 1,000 followers, and she gets lots of comments and lots of likes because it's a raving group of people that are intrigued by her, and they want to support her because she shares stories, she shares her life. And so there's a lot to it, and it's really helped enhance her brand. And I've told her, she's about a month into it, she's already got 1,000 followers, which is great. I told her that if she keeps doing this for 11 more months, she will be financially free, like I keep telling you all. So keep with it. Now, I showed you in a previous video how you can go to all the platforms. I have a team behind me, so it's a lot easier for me to go to all the platforms, but for you, just focus on 1 or 2 platforms. Easy ones to get started. We talked about in the previous video, Facebook page with your name, change your cover photos, get involved in some groups. And then you can also join Instagram. Those are the 2 easiest ones to start, because what you can do is you can post on Instagram. I'm going to show you an exact SOP in a future video, but you can post on Instagram and it will go right over to Facebook automatically. No software needed or anything because they're the same company. And so you can post on Instagram. It will go over to your Facebook page as well. Then you can use your Facebook page. So that'd be Reels on both Facebook and Instagram. And then you can post in the groups, not your shorts, but just posting content in the groups. It will get people back to your Facebook page and your Instagram and everything. So keep that in mind. Stick with 1 platform until you master it. I have a team behind me. That's why I post to 5 platforms. But I'm going to show you a software in a future video that allows me to focus on those 5 platforms. But you have to have a system in place to check those 5 platforms too. So just keep that in mind. All right. Action items for this video. Define your 5 content pillars that you want to talk about. Can be anything, but make it interesting. Make it interesting, not just about you, but about who you're serving. But then also do stuff that makes you want to continue to do content. Because if you don't, you'll burn out real fast and you won't continue with this. So I want you to define your 5 content pillars with 3 specific topics and sub themes. So Amazon, selling on Amazon is my pillar. Then I can talk about Amazon PPC and Google ads and Facebook ads and Amazon listing optimizations and selling on Amazon. So you have your main content pillar, and then you have themes after that, which you can use different softwares for that to find that. And again, I'll show you that. Actually, let me just switch over to my screen and I'll show you that. So I want you to define your 5 content pillars. Then I want you to go to one of these softwares to figure out what questions to talk about. All right, let me switch over to my screen real quick and just show you this one software. It's pretty cool. All right, so also asked, what this does is, this is one of them. I actually don't think I have any more. I do. Okay, so just put perimenopause. So now that the search results have come through, what you can do is you can look at questions and you can create content around each of these. Then you can click into them to get even more detailed. So look at all of these. Do you gain weight during perimenopause? Has anyone got pregnant during perimenopause? You can create videos after on each of these. So look at this right here. You have approximately 30 videos that you can create. And guess what? When you're done with all 30, go back to the beginning. But in the next video, I'm going to show you other ways that we're going to create content around these questions and how to hook people in, and then how to give them the content as well. So we're going to develop strategies around this. But I just put in my keyword perimenopause. It came up with 4 base questions, and then you can get into sub themes after that. All right, go to alsoask.com, put in your content pillar, and then get a bunch of ideas. Do that right now. In this video, I'm going to be giving you the 4 steps for creating your 60-second short video. Step number 1 is the hook. The hook is something like how to, 3 tips, what you're going to be talking about, but you want to hook them in. So 3 tips for Amazon sellers, 3 tips for PPC, 3 tips for this. If you're in the menopause phase, 3 steps to decrease menopause symptoms, 3 steps you need to take every morning for dry eye, things like that. So you want to hook them in. And then what you want to do is you want to come out with a story. That's number 2, is a story behind this. I used to suffer from dry eyes, and I started doing these 3 things, and they really helped me out. I used to suffer from perimenopausal symptoms, and then I did these 3 things, and it really helped me out. And so the story behind why you came up with what you came up with. Number 3, you need to come out with the content. So that's going to be the 3 tips. And so for this video right here, Number 1 is the hook. Number 2 is the content. Number 3 is the 3 tips. And then finally, number 4 is your call to action. So usually you want your call to action in your shorts and everything to be around subscribing to your channel or following you more, because you want people to share your content, to subscribe to your content, to come at you more and more. The main thing you want to be doing is getting people to watch you more and more and more, to trust you. And then you're going to have that link in your description, and that's going to help send them over to buy your thing, to get your opt-in, to give you their email address. And so I thought I'd switch it up and actually create a short form video for you for this content lesson. So the 4 things you need to do has to have a hook, the story behind what you came up with, the 3 tips or the content of the stuff, and then a call to action. Usually that call to action is going to be something like subscribe to my channel, make sure you follow to learn more tips of this. If you found value in this, make sure you share it with a friend that you might think would benefit from this. And then every once in a while, like every 7th video, you just want to say, check out my free Amazon PPC masterclass in the description, or check out my 5 things you're doing wrong with perimenopause in the description. So call to action, make sure you're having them stay on the platform of choice. And then every once in a while, you can have them go off platform to give you their email address. All right, now I'm going to be showing you the exact SOP that we use for posting shorts. So we're going to batch record. We're then going to edit it with Opus.Pro, and then we're going to post it with OneUp. And then we'd like to do like 10 to 14 to 15 videos at once. And then that's 2 weeks of content. Or if you only post weekdays, that's a lot of content that you can do, and you can batch record. So the first thing that I want to do, I want to share my screen just to show you the SOP. And this may change, but for the most part, you get kind of a broad sense of what it is. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up this Opus.One Pro account. Then you're going to open up a OneUp account. That's my affiliate link right there. And then you're going to connect all your accounts. So that's kind of assuming that you have all that done. And then I like to make 2 categories in there, one for shorts and one for longs. So let me show you what that means. So here we are inside of OneUp. And when you go to categories right here, you can actually connect all your accounts under your accounts. So let's first go to the accounts section. And it's pretty easy. You just connect accounts right here, and you can see all the accounts I have connected. Like I said, if you're just getting started, just Facebook and Instagram is plenty. Even just Facebook is enough. Then I'm going to come over here to category. And on category, I'm going to create 2 different categories right here. So there's going to be a default category. I just renamed that to long form videos, Travis Zigler, changed the color, and then I added everything that it will be uploaded to. So the long form videos is going to be uploaded to Facebook, LinkedIn, my Facebook group, my Facebook page, my YouTube channel, my Instagram, and Google Workspace doesn't work. So I'm going to take that off. So it's going to be uploaded to those 5 on long form videos. We're talking about short form videos though. And so I want short forms to go to Facebook page, LinkedIn, TikTok, Facebook group, Instagram, and YouTube. And so then you just hit save changes. It's super simple to make the categories. And then I'm going to come over here to queued. And this is where we're going to schedule those posts out, but we're not quite there yet. We got to record them first. So let's go back to our SOP. So open your one.com account, make the 2 categories, one for shorts, one for long form. Don't worry about long form videos. I just have that. That's why I wanted to show it to you and how we're using it. And here's our exact SOP right here. We're going to get 10 discussion points ready to discuss using ChatGPT. So I love using ChatGPT for this, and I'll show you what I did there. So I just put a simple prompt. I need 10 hooks and titles for TikTok going over Amazon PPC tips and strategies. And it came out with 10 hooks right here. And so I'm going to show you me recording on these 10 hooks, and let's show you that. So recording is incredibly simple. Now I have a Bluetooth microphone. I am not going to use it because I don't want you guys to get overcomplicated with the tech. I'm just going to use my basic one, but this is my YouTube microphone or Bluetooth microphone I have right here. Pretty easy. You just plug it into your phone, clip the microphone to yourself, and that's pretty much it. I am just going to show you how to do it using just your phone. That's it. You don't need anything else. You just need to do a selfie video. Your microphone on this and your camera is really good on this. When you get more advanced, that's when you get the Bluetooth mic, clip it on. And what I'll do is I'll tripod my phone and I'll use cinematic mode. So cinematic mode is going to blur the background and make it look a little cleaner. You can see that I have no blurring on right now, but that's further along. Don't worry about any of that. Just get started. Just get going. So simple selfie video. I'm going to pull up videos and I'm going to turn it into selfie mode. And that's it. Nothing special. So I'm going to show you just a couple examples of this. I'm going to go over some of these hooks that ChatGPT created. So the first one was the 5 Amazon PPC mistakes you're probably making. So remember, hook, story, the tips, and then a call to action. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go over the 5 Amazon PPC mistakes that you're probably making inside your Amazon account right now. Mistake number 1 is you don't have a strategy. And so there's no strategy behind what you're doing. You're following the next guru that's out there talking something up on the internet. So make sure you follow one strategy, and that goes on to tip number 2, which is my 80-20 strategy. 20% of your search terms in PPC are creating 80% of your results. And when you focus on those 20% of search terms, you can scale like crazy. Tip number 3, 20% of your products are creating 80% of your revenue. revenue. Focus on your top 20% of your products and you'll profit a lot more, I promise. And then tip number 4 is 20% of your customers are producing 80% of your results. So focus on those. Now, these may not seem like Amazon PPC tips. These are just general business tips, but they work for Amazon PPC. And finally, mistake number 5 that I see with Amazon PPC is that people focus on all the different platforms: sponsored products, sponsored brands, sponsored display. But if you just focus on sponsored products and just worried about scaling those, you'd profit a lot more in your business. If you like this tip and you like Amazon FBA selling tips, make sure you follow me. And if you found this helpful, share it with someone you might think might benefit from it. So that was just impromptu. That was just off the cuff. Like I just literally just made all that up on the spot. All right, so let's go. Let's see. Let me look at another one. All right, do one more. In this video, I'm going to be going over a tip to double your click-through rate on Amazon, which will then hopefully make you more sales and more profit, of course. So click-through rate is just simply how many people see your ad and then click on it. Click-through rate. See ad, click through it to go to your listing. And when you have a poor converting or a poor click-through rate, usually under 1%, a great click-through rate is anywhere from 2 to 3% and above. It's usually due to one thing, and that is your main image. Your main image is not catchy enough. And so you have to make your main image catchy in order for people to click through it. And so make sure you test that main image, and you can test that through Amazon PPC, or you can use a software like productpinion.com. And if you go to productpinion.com and you just split test your main images, and I'd always have a split test going over your main image because that's gonna help with your click-through rate. And the higher your click-through rate, the cheaper your ads are gonna be, because Amazon wants to show your ads more. Because if you have a low click-through rate, Amazon ads doesn't make money, and therefore they're not gonna show you. So if you like Amazon PPC tips and you want more, make sure you follow me on this channel. All right, so there's video number 2. And what I like to do is I like to continuously have my video playing, because I'm gonna make one big video and then I'm gonna upload it into opus.pro, and then it's gonna cut it down for me. All right, since we've recorded the video now that it's up in the cloud somewhere, I'm gonna download that video onto my computer, and then I'm gonna upload it onto YouTube. Once I upload it onto YouTube, I can then add it to opus.pro. So this is what opus.pro looks like. And what I'm gonna do is walk you guys through this step. So we're gonna upload the file to YouTube. We're going to put YouTube on Opus. We're going to edit it in Opus, download the clip, and then we're going to upload it into oneup.com. So let's jump into doing that. So the first thing I want to do is I want to come over here to my YouTube studio, and I'm going to come over here to create. You don't need it. We're going to go to upload video, select files, and I'm going to select the file that I'm going to use for this. It's going to be test for shorts. So this is my long video file that I made, and it's going to get uploaded into this. We're going to want this link right here. I'm going to click next, because none of this really matters. Visibility, I'm going to do unlisted. So copy this link again and hit save. Okay, that will take a little time to upload, but I don't need to keep that open. So let's go back to Opus. And what I'm going to do is drop this in right here. So the video is still being processed. So I actually already did this video, so I cheated for you guys. And let me just go get the older one. So we're going to put it into there. After that, you can choose how much of the video you want to do. I'm going to do it all. I'm going to do auto, preferred clip length, topic, filter by keywords. So do like Amazon PPC, Amazon FBA, selling on Amazon, business growth, like just different keywords in your section. So that might be infertility, it might be menopause, it might be dry eye, things like that. So now it's going to create these for me. Again, I've already created this. Once it's created, you can go back to the Opus Pro home area, scroll down here, and you can see them right here. These are all the ones that I've done. I'm going to click into here. I'm going to show you how to edit here on Opus. So the first thing I want you to see is, I just want you to watch it to see if it makes sense. So you can see that there's this awkward silence almost. And so not a very good video. And so we'll see if we can help fix it. So we're going to go to edit. And what we can do is just see what this video is all about. So it looks like it starts right here. So I'm going to click right there. I'm actually going to highlight all of this. There. And now it should start right here. So it looks like this one's not going to get to the end. So I'm actually going to go out of this. And I'm just going to downvote this one. So it's not a good one, not a complete video. So this kind of came in mid-video. So there's where it starts. That one looks good. So now we're going to save and compile. Okay, so in about 3 minutes, that one's going to be fixed. And it looks like this one might be fixed already, or it's getting fixed. And then we're going to come down here. So I have that gap in there, so we'll need to fix this one. All right, now that I have this one edited, I'm going to download it right here. And then I'm going to take it over to OneUp. Inside OneUp, I'm going to create a post. I'm going to do a short form video, select all, post this profile, YouTube title, and description. What I like to do is I like to go into the edit area of OneUp, and I like to grab all the text. After I grab the text, I head over to ChatGPT, and I'll say, I need the YouTube Shorts title with hashtags and an Instagram post for this transcription. So there's our YouTube title. Then we'll come over and get our Instagram post. Make sure, of course, it makes sense. There you go. Add first comment, public. We're going to do a short. Need to upload the video. You can repeat this post. This is one that I don't mind repeating. I'll probably repeat it I'll just do every 6 weeks, only because this is like a tried and true post, and then we'll expire it after 5 times, 10 times. That's up to you. You don't have to do that. And let's see if the video's uploaded. So we'll wait for that. All right, so now it's uploaded. So we're gonna just scroll down here. We're gonna schedule our options. So I'll show you mine. This is just how we keep track of everything. And so we have our long form videos right here. We have our emails that we send out right here. And then we have our shorts that we send out right here. And let's see. So you can see we have shorts all the way out to 11/27. So Monday, 11/27. So let me take this, scheduling options, choose date and time. And then I'll pick 11/27. And then our data shows that at 10 a.m. Eastern is our best time for our channel. So I'll do that. And I'll schedule posts to 6 accounts. And that is it. I showed you in the last video how to create 10 hooks for your short form videos, and I kind of ad-lib from those hooks. Now, I know a lot of you guys may not have that skill to be able to just ad-lib a whole video just based on one little tiny hook. And believe me, I didn't have that skill either, but I developed it over time just by, of course, knowing my space, number one, but also just practicing and just keep doing this over and over again. So what I wanted to do with this video is I wanted to share my screen and show you exactly how I make 5 video scripts. And I do that with ChatGPT around the topic and the problem that I'm trying to solve. So let me switch over to my screen and we'll get that done. So in the stage 4 SOP and video 4, you can see the 60-second content framework. What I'm going to do is I'm going to train ChatGPT in this format. So I'm going to copy all of this. I'm going to come over here to ChatGPT. This is my voice channel. Again, you can see it right here. I'm just going to come over here and say, here is the format that I want for my video scripts. Put all that in here. And then at the top, I'm going to put, please make me a video transcript for, and let's look at some of my topics over here. So maintaining stock. Here we go. So I'm going to take this content and just put it in there. And you can just put it as a title. You can just say something simply as like, make me a video script about the 3 problems that menopause causes, or the 3 symptoms of menopause, or the 3 symptoms of dry eye, or the 3 reasons dry eye is causing you problems, or the 3 mistakes you're making with dry eye. So you can just put a hook in there and it will make a new hook for you, a story, context around what video you want to create. Okay, so there's one video. And so now I'm going to make me another video transcript around, I'm just going to go to number 2 here. Again, you don't have to put much here. You just have to put a hook or something like that, and it will make the rest up for you. But I have this content already written out. And so I'm going to use that content because I've written it out already, but you don't have to have this written out content. These are just blog posts from my free Amazon PPC masterclass, and I'm just making them into shorts now. And so very easy to do, doesn't take much time. Now, while that one's creating, I'm going to come up here. I'm going to grab this one. I'm going to bring it over here to a doc and just put it right here. And we'll scroll down to the bottom again. I'm going to look at the next one. And then in here, I'm going to put, make me another video transcript around. Okay, now that one's done. I'm going to then hit enter again. As that one's populating, I'm going to highlight all this. Bring it over here, copy and paste. Now we have transcript number 2. Now let's make it transcript number 3. It's going a lot faster. Let's do this one. Make me a video transcript around this. Okay, that one's done. We're going to put this new one in. And then I'm going to take this, highlight it all. And there's video transcript number 3. Same thing, come over here, scroll all the way down here. Make me another video transcript around this. This one's done. I'm going to hit enter. Let this one start to populate. As this one's populating, you can see this is just a system. It's very easy to do. It's not hard to do at all. Bring this over here. Same thing. Cool. So you just keep repeating that over and over again until you have these transcripts. Now here's the crazy part. You've seen how I've just created 5 transcripts in literally less than 5 minutes. It doesn't take that long to create these transcripts, but you can use these over and over again. You can use the same transcripts over and over again. So let's say you populate 100 different video transcripts, which is a lot, and it's going to take you some time. But here's the thing. After you do those 100, you can just start at the top again. Because you're going to have different things on, you're going to have different things that you have wearing, you can put different glasses on, and it's 100 days later, so they're not going to know that they watched that video before, but you can just keep repeating this over and over again, and you don't have to overcomplicate this. And so keep it simple and just make easy short videos with a selfie stick and a selfie camera. Like I showed you in the other video, simple as this. That's all you need to do. All right, let me know if you guys have any questions down in the comments down below. Thanks. In this video, I'm going to be going over the 4 steps to staying consistent with your posting schedule and why this matters so much. So step 1 is just dedicate one day to record 14 videos. This may seem exhausting, but this is video number 5 that you're watching right now, and I've recorded this all within the last 20 minutes. And so you can see I have the same shirt on as the last couple of videos, but I've changed my hat, changed my appearance a little bit. I'm actually going to work out soon, that's why I have this shirt on. So step number 1 is batch record about 14 videos at a time. And then what you're going to be doing is, and these have to be 60 seconds or less. And then we're going to use a scheduling tool like OneUp that I've gone over in a previous video. On that scheduling tool, we're going to use OneUp to post it and schedule it out. And then we can post it across all our platforms. So I use it to post across LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. And so I post across all those platforms all at once with OneUp. And it's a very easy software to use if you're only doing one platform. Like I said, if you're just getting started, Facebook and Instagram are the keys to that. And so use scheduling app like OneUp. If you find a better one, then use that as well. You can schedule all 14 days at once. So after 14 days, analyze each video, see which ones hit more, check out the hooks of those videos, see why those hooks did better than the other ones, see why the content did better than the other ones. Was it the angle of the camera? Was it something different? Was it something you were wearing? Check out and just kind of analyze it a little bit, just like you would Amazon PPC. Do the same thing with videos, but guess what? This is going to build your brand better than Amazon PPC will. This right here, short form videos, will build your brand better than PPC will if you stick with it for at least 5 to 6 months. And if you do it for 12 months, you'll be financially free. I guarantee it. Trust me, it's worked over and over again for me. And we didn't have shorts when I did this, so we had long form, which took even longer. Finally, step number 4, post to your channel and videos to the community for us to analyze and give feedback. And so what I want you to do here is post a couple of your shorts inside the farm so we can take a look at them and we can give you feedback. Trust me when I say that when you're getting feedback on your videos, you're going to make them better. And if we all rise together, we're all going to build brands together. And that's my goal with this community, is to build our brands together. So step number 1, batch out, record 14 days of content. Step number 2, schedule that content out for 14 days. Step number 3 is analyze the results. And then step number 4 is start posting those inside the farm so we can analyze them and take a look at them. This is probably the most important video that you're going to watch in this entire series. And the reason I say that is because I'm going to bring everything together. So in stage 1, we learned all about Amazon PPC. Stage 2, we learned all about Google Ads and blogging. Stage 3 about email marketing and building your audience. And then stage 4, finally, with video shorts and how to build your audience. If you just do video shorts for the next 12 months, you will be free. You'll be financially free. Now, some of you may have to pivot your business completely because you're selling a commodity that doesn't really have an audience that you can build around. And some of you are like, this is what I need to do, but you're scared to do it. I'm telling you right now, do it now. And in 12 months, you'll be financially free. I wore this hat
My no excuses hack. Stop making excuses because you're too busy checking email. Stop making excuses because you're too busy doing this or that or learning the next hack on Amazon. Making shorts and building your audience will build a business better than anything else out there. I am proof of that. I have built 5 multi-million-dollar companies doing that, and I didn't have shorts at my disposal when I did it. I only had a long form video. Now I am diving into shorts. You're going to see a lot more of me. Hopefully that's a good thing. But you're going to see a lot more of me now as a result. So you're starting to build this audience. And now what do you need to do for them? All you need to do is serve them. Serve them more and more and more. Give them information that solves the problem that they're trying to solve. Email them. Post more shorts. Post more content. Post things that help them. Don't spam them. Ask them just to share your information. Your call to action can be just to share your information. Just remember, it's not about you. It's about serving at the highest level. Going back to our very first stage, when your why is about you, you becoming financially free, you getting out of debt, you making more money, when times get tough, it's going to get harder. But when your why is bigger than yourself, and then when it's about other people, that's when you've created something big, something that can create a legacy. It's not about you. It's about who you serve. And the more people you serve, the more money you're going to make. So just remember that. But I wanted to make this video as well to help you wrap your head around this whole thing. Because a lot of people, they have trouble wrapping their heads around this because there's a lot to do. And so what I want to do is show you how to make a calendar around this. So let me switch over to my screen and I'm going to go over this with you. I love making a calendar. Now, the first thing I always do when I make a calendar is I schedule me time. I schedule time for myself because time with yourself is probably the most important thing you do. So what I do every day from 5 until 6:30 is I schedule focus time, self time. I do this every single day. So I'll do does repeat daily. So every day at 5 a.m., I wake up and until 6:30, it's time to focus on myself. So I will read the Bible. I'll do a 15-minute lifting session, which is usually based on stabilization muscles, push-ups, things like that, squats. And then I'll work on something that is outside of this realm. So if I have something big going on in the agency, such as this master class, I will focus on that, or writing a book or something like that, something that's bigger than myself. And so I usually take about 20 minutes to focus on myself, away from my computer, away from work, reading the Bible, working on fitness, something like that. And then I come in and I usually have about an hour, but I focus on quiet time working on something big in my business. Not checking email, not any of that. And then usually the second time is going to be focused on children. So I focus on my family during this time. And then Mondays, I want you to wake up 9 to 12, work on Amazon PPC. You're going to do your weekly Amazon PPC optimization, expanding to a few more campaigns if you have budget. Pick one listing to analyze and change. That's going to take about 3 hours. Not even. Then Monday afternoon, I want you to focus on inventory. Depending on how many SKUs you have, this may take anywhere from 5 minutes to 2 to 3 hours. Just depends on who you are, how big your company is, and what you need to do. So this is ordering from suppliers, ordering different parts and pieces. So that's what we're going to do Monday afternoon. Tuesday morning, we're going to work on Google Ads. You can do your tracking, optimization for the blogs, write one blog, do a Google ad to it, make one Google ad direct to your product page listing, split test, pop-up headlines, do things like that with Google Ads. So tracking and optimization, then making a new one. In the afternoon, I want you to do your video shorts prep. So that's 2 to 3 hours prepping for the 10 short form videos. I showed you how to do that with ChatGPT. It's very easy. It may not even take you that 2 to 3 hours. You can probably, once you get good at it, even record at that same time. So that's what we reserve Monday morning for, 9 to 12. Record 10 short form videos. Then the afternoon, we're going to edit with Opus and schedule with oneup.com. So therefore, one day you did 10 videos. And then the next week you did 10 more videos. And eventually you'll be able to take some weeks off, like during holiday times, because you've built up that extra leverage. Thursday morning, I want you to work on education and thinking time. Go through this course over and over again until you get it. Don't just read new books to read new books. Read the same book over and over again to master it. Go over this course over and over again until you master it. Stop reading millions of books a year. In the afternoon, I want you to email your list. Anything you learned in that morning session, anything you learned period that last week, anything going on in your life that week, email your list about it, and then just do a quick Amazon PPC check-in. That shouldn't take more than 2 to 3 hours. Now, I say 2 to 3 hours, but once you get good at this stuff, it will only take you an hour. We tend to, however long something takes is the time we give it. So if we give it 3 hours, we're going to take 3 hours. If we give it 15 minutes, you're going to take 15 minutes on it. Fridays are for your $10,000 per hour tasks. So in the morning, I want you to work on writing your vision, improving your USP, creating new and better offers, repositioning your message, remove complexity, reach out and sell to your highest value customers, hire, fire, speak publicly, write sales copy. Those are huge activities. Take time to really sit down and think. Then in the afternoon, schedule a date to do something you like pickleball, a date with your spouse, park with your kids, go to the arcade, mountain biking, boating, just have fun. That's when your best ideas are going to come. You don't have to kill yourself to build a business. You just have to build a schedule around it. Scheduling sets you free, bar none. Scheduling will set you free. And if you follow a schedule similar to this, you guys have access to this in the Stage 4 SOP, just so you guys can see what it looks like. But scheduling will set you free. Now, I'll give you one quick example about scheduling and what it does for you. I'm going to go completely off the wall and off of business. I talk to couples all the time, and it's funny because this is going to get very personal, but when you schedule sex, it does not seem to be sexy, but it leads to a lot more sex. And most couples don't ever think that way. They just complain about how they're not having sex anymore in their marriage. But if you schedule your sex, it's not sexy, but it leads to a lot more sex. Because as a married couple, this is again going off on a crazy tangent, but when you have kids, your testosterone is lowered, your estrogen is lowered. As a result, your attraction for each other goes down because you want that because you want to have that attraction towards your kids. It leads to more bonding with your kids. Now, you want to keep the attraction up between you and your spouse because it goes down, and so you have to work on it more. So when you schedule things, it tends to happen more frequently. So build your calendar. All this going back to saying, build your calendar to exactly what you want your life to be, starting with yourself, starting with your spouse, starting with your kids, and then fit business in the schedule in that. Not the other way around. Don't do business and fit your schedule around your kids. Fit your schedule around your business schedule. Do it the other way around. Schedule for yourself first, then for the people that you love second, and then your business, and that will set you free even more. So you got this. No excuses. Get it done. I'm rooting for you.
In this video, I'm going to be talking about how to make your content go viral. And there's 4 steps to this. So this is something that I've seen used over and over again. And just think about when you're consuming content on how to use this. So the first step is relatability. How relatable is the content to your target demographic? How many times have you been watching a reel and then you click share and send it to your wife or your spouse or somebody or a friend and be like, wow, this is so us. That's relatability. The second thing is speaking for your audience, saying something blunt and direct, calling them out. Like I call you guys out all the time. Stop making an Amazon brand and start making a real business. I'm taking you from Amazon seller to real brand. So that's calling them out directly. Don't be afraid to call them out, to speak to them directly, and they'll share your content more. And then status, elevate their status. If they're the first to see something on a reel, they'll want to share it with people to be the first. And so if you elevate their status, or let's say you say, I know this guy and I have a picture of me in front of my private jet, and you can put a picture of you hanging out and then you share that reel. So that's another thing that can elevate their status by being associated with you, because your status is going to be elevated as a result of sharing my content because people know who I am or something like that. I'm not saying me, I'm just saying in general. And then finally, stunts. People love stunts. I mean, remember the show Jackass back in the 90s? I mean, that was like the epitome of stunts. So that's like just, people love to share that stuff. But if it's not your target demographic, then don't do it. So those are the 4 things that you need to do. Relatability, speak directly to them, elevate their status, and do some stunts. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you follow this channel and check out all the other videos I like. Did you see that? That was the call to action that we talked about in the last video. But anyway, action item for this is just go over this video again, check out the SOP around it, and then see what that is and see what approach you want to take. I take the speaking to your audience approach. And so just out of those 4, that's the one I take.
All right. I wanted to thank you for watching the 3 secrets to grow your Amazon and your Shopify business. Hey, let me know what you think down in the comments down below. I'd love to know what videos you want me to come out with and what you want me to dive into. So let me know that down in the comments below. And then also, if you have any questions or concerns with this video, let me know as well. If you want our free Amazon PPC Masterclass, you can scan that QR code or go to profitablepineapple.com. And then if you want to try our inventory management software for $1, head to profitablepineappleexpress.com and do that free trial. And that's the QR code on the screen as well.